6 no-hit innings for you, Darvish.
The Padres play here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan, and Odyssey Sports Station. Attention, 97.3 The Fan listeners. If you're drowsy, sluggish, or feeling fatigued, you're about to get your afternoon boost with Tony Gwynn Jr.
I love when people get up there and be like, "Oh, we're gonna look at me." Shut up.
Chris Ello.
You do play Montreal.
Yeah.
Is that why you wore the hat? Or it was just
No, I wore it to honor myself.
Oh, that's right. The yellow.
Wow.
The yellow logo.
And Matt Scraby.
Luke Robitaille.
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 Great hockey player. Robitaille. Nice.
Yes, it wasn't me.
Gwynn and Chris are ready to go.
Never heard Tony so happy there.
He was very excited.
He was so happy it wasn't him. Welcome into Gwynn and Chris, everybody. It is a middle of the week get-together here Wednesday. Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. We are together in the Odyssey Palace studios. And Tony Gwynn Jr. calling a little baseball action. And the Padres taking on the Brits today. Is that it, Scrabe? They got the Brits.
They're the Great Britain.
Great Britain, yeah. Hasn't made the MLB scoreboard here on ESPN, so I can't tell you what's going on in the game. Why won't they put that on the scoreboard here?
On ESPN? I don't know why.
It's on ESPN.com. I'm going to have to go elsewhere to tell everybody.
MLB.com always has
Go to MLB.com. While
Scores
I'm looking,
1-1.
1-1, eh?
Yeah, yes.
The Brits are keep giving the Friars fits. Yes, here we are. Yes, we're in the seventh inning of this ball game, middle of the seventh. I can watch for free on the MLB Network, so maybe I'll tune it in.
They're showing the Dodgers right now.
Randy Vasquez pitched well again today, from what I understand.
4 innings, Chris.
Just throwing darts out there.
3 strikeouts, 1 hit in 4 innings.
Yeah, they're talking. My dad used to call it, and I don't know if it's my dad's term or if it was an old baseball term, but when guys were throwing stuff that was like unhittable, called it aspirin tablets. And it's kind of a good name, right?
I've heard of it before, yeah.
Ball's coming in there with like 100 miles an hour, and it looks as tiny as an aspirin tablet. Nobody's hitting it. So Randy Vasquez, he has basically ruined all of the drama in terms of who's going to be the 4th starter.
I don't care.
No, I don't agree. I couldn't agree with you more. This is what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You want somebody to just step up and totally take command of, that spot. And Randy Vasquez is leaving absolutely no doubt as to, the fact that he's going to be the number 4 starter. And now it's coming down to 5 guys for 1 spot. And, Walker Buehler, I think, is pitching tomorrow.
Yes,
going to get an opportunity. Marquez had his first start there last week, was a little shaky, but 1 start, you can't, look at it there. Now, JP Sears, he might be playing a little uphill just because his first couple starts. Marco Gonzalez hasn't pitched well yet. Tristan McKenzie, I think, is still trying to. So, to me, and this might be overstating it with, still 3. Is it? Can you believe this? 22 days until opening day.
I know.
It's 3 weeks.
I know. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm already ready. I'm already there, Chris.
You're already at the first game. But
we got to talk about, we can't bury the lead here, Chris.
No, I'm going to get to it.
Okay.
I am. Are you telling me the sad news that I need to pass along?
No. Bury the lead of this game.
Oh.
Joe Musgrove returned.
Yeah, I was going to get to Joe. 2 innings, 1 run. He scattered some base runners for sure. 5 hits, but survived any major damage. It doesn't really matter what he gave up.
Yeah, it does.
Just the fact that he was out there for 2 innings. But Randy Vasquez jumps out here.
He threw 60 pitches today, so that's pretty good.
Musgrove?
Joe, yeah.
Yeah. And here's the thing, though. The real deal is how he's going to feel tomorrow.
Yes.
That's what they always say. He pitched today. He got through it. He did well. Wakes up tomorrow. Arm feels great. That's what we know. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
So tomorrow will be kind of the telling thing. But when you look at Randy Vasquez's line here, 4 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, three punchies. I mean, Vasquez is just like lighting, just setting him down. Faced 13 batters today, retired 12. He's not messing around.
No, he's
5 ground outs. Only 2 guys hit the ball in the air against him,
which is good for Randy because that's what he's trying to do.
Right. So this is a very, very good thing. But as I said now, so to me, you're down to the 5 guys. It's going to be Buehler. It's going to be Marquez, Tristan McKenzie, Marco Gonzalez, and J.P. Sears. And I think the last 3 are longer shots on the board.
Yeah.
I think right now, I don't know if I'm overstating it. To me, it almost feels like the way everyone's pitched, that it's Walker Buehler's spot to lose. I really think that the Padres, and I feel like Walker Buehler is the most comfortable selection as long as he shows he can, get the ball up there and feel good and, is healthy and, whatever pitching coaches are looking for that I'm not looking for. But as long as Walker Buehler's looking good, to me, he starts the season as your 5th starter. And if there's any problem or he struggles or anybody else, you got Griffin Canning in reserve. Griffin Canning should be ready to go, we hope, by May. Maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later, but depending on the Achilles and how he can get his movement back. I think the rest of the guys are kind of playing for second place. Marquez maybe could sneak in there, but he's going to need 2 or 3 good outings here. I think it's Walker Buehler's spot to lose at the moment. I don't know what I don't know if that's overstating it or not.
No, I don't necessarily disagree, but he is on a minor league contract, which could be converted.
And Marquez is a major league contract.
So Marquez is already on the 40-man roster. I don't know why, because you're right. I feel more comfortable with Walker Buehler starting at the 5th spot in the rotation than any of those other guys.
Yeah.
So they can convert it real quick. They can kick someone off the 40-man, give Walker Buehler the minimum, and put him on the 40-man. And there you go. But
I don't see
anyone else. You're right.
It's not going to be a big problem. Meanwhile, all of the names that you recognize, the big name Padre players, were taking on the Dominican Republic today, and the DR.
Yes,
I call them the DR. By the way, have you looked at their hats? The Dominican Republic
not
hat?
Closely.
See if you can pop one up on there for people to look at. I don't understand the design of the Dominican Republic's hat, but it might have to do with the language, and it might be a language barrier for me. If you look at the hat, it's an interlocking D and an R, which makes sense, Dominican Republic, but it's backwards. The R is the top letter and the D is the bottom letter.
I know why.
So is it because it's República de Dominican?
No,
is that why?
I think it's República Dominicana.
Okay, so that's why.
That's why.
Okay.
Because the official name is the R first.
Right.
We just
convert it. So that's okay. So when I look at the Dominican Republic hat, it's, the RD throws me off.
Yes.
If you're wondering how the DR did today, they tied the Tigers 4-4.
Oh, it's better than last night for the Tigers.
For the Tigers, yeah. But the big blow for the DR was struck today by Juan Soto. 3-run homer for him. Fernando went 1 for 2 in the leadoff spot. Now, this is, creating some interest, by the way. Let me just finish, though. Manny was 0 for 3 in the game. But this whole thing now, Fernando's batting leadoff, and all the Padre fans are coming out of the woodwork, and I knew they would. We should be batting him leadoff. And it keeps going to this. He needs all 40 at-bats, more than he would get if he's batting 3rd or 4th. I saw somewhere yesterday somebody guaranteed he's not going to bat cleanup. I don't know how you can guarantee that because he's been batting cleanup all spring. But here's my way of looking at the 40 extra at-bats. And you tell me what you think, Scrape.
Okay.
If all 40 of those at-bats are going to come with nobody on base and 2 outs because the bottom of the lineup just rolled over, then I just assume him get more at-bats with 2 guys on hitting in the middle of the order. So is it possible that the analytics of how many times you actually get up could be overrated? In the way of looking at Fernando, I want him in a position to do damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think if he's in that leadoff spot, now maybe it's not, but and again, I can't look
I have an answer.
You know what I mean? I can't look at every analytic and every situation and 2 strikes and with the wind blowing out.
First pitch,
I'm just saying in general, when you're batting leadoff with the 8-9 guys in front of you, in general, you're not coming up with, scoring situations anywhere near as much as you are if you're batting cleanup. And it showed last year. He only had, 70 RBIs? He barely had more RBIs than Luis Arraez.
Yeah.
To me, that's wasting Fernando Tatis Jr.'s ability to do damage. But that's how I'm looking at it. I feel like Craig Stammen is at least considering that. But now all the Padre fans, the Dominican Republic's batting him first. They know.
Let me get in on this, Chris.
Yeah, get in there.
Two things. Number one, Fernando doesn't like hitting leadoff. Does anybody care what the guy wants?
No, I've seen people say that. We don't care what he thinks.
Specifically said, I do not like hitting leadoff, but you can tell.
Who cares what he thinks? What do you mean, who cares what he thinks?
He's the guy who's doing it. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Number two, not every team is going to have the superstars that the Dominican Republic have on their team. I mean, come on. Where are you going to bat the guy? You got everybody. Who's who.
Yeah, he would have to be Fernando's batting leadoff because Ketel Marte, Juan Soto, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. are the next three.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a special circumstance.
I agree with you. I think you keep Fernando in the 3 or 4 spot. I hope he opens in the cleanup spot on opening day just because people think he won't. But, Fernando Tatis Jr. has to drive in 100 runs. He's never even done that once in his career. To me, a lot of the potential slug of Fernando has been wasted. And I want to say one last thing about Fernando before we get to there's some sad news to report here. But before we get to that, ESPN.com, we'll go through this list more. But ESPN.com did its rating today of the top 100 players in baseball. MLB Network does it. I don't pay attention to MLB Network because Brian Kinney's involved. So I don't pay attention to their rankings. But ESPN.com did theirs. The top-rated Padre player on this list, coming in at number 14, 14th best player in all of baseball, is Fernando.
Yes.
There's no way you can waste him with only 75 or whatever he had RBIs. Fernando needs to be in the middle of this thing. He's 27 years old. Again, I don't have statistics to back this up, but they say it all the time, and it's written right here. As Fernando enters his age 27 season, often the best year for a hitter.
Yes.
They say it all the time. 27 is the one. I don't know what that is. Fernando's B WAR. Tell me what a B WAR is. Not just a war. It's another.
I actually don't know.
Okay, it's another addendum to the war.
Let me see.
Fernando's B WAR from 2019 to 2021 was 8.
I think it's Baseball Reference WAR.
Okay. B WAR was 8.0. Then he got suspended. The 3 years since, 5.6.
Still really good.
It's good, but it is not 8.0.
And it's definitely not 8.0.
And if Fernando Tatis Jr. is batting in the middle of the lineup, that B WAR's got to get up into the 6.5, 7 category, and the Padres can go where they want to go. I think they've got to give it a shot with him in the middle of the lineup. There's no way he should have batted leadoff 150 times last year.
So last thing on Fernando before we move on to the other news.
Yeah.
If he is taking, he's going to get 40 less at bats.
Right.
But if he's taking more at bats with guys on base and hits 5 home runs in those at bats and drives in 20 guys, that still is good enough for me as long as he's doing the job.
If he's batting leadoff, 5 home runs, 5 RBIs. If he's batting cleanup, If he's batting cleanup, 3 home runs, but 14 RBIs.
There you go.
That's the way I look at it.
More bang for your buck.
That's what I look at. We'll see what the Padres do. But now that he's batting leadoff, everybody's in on this. All right, we got to get to our first break, but there is some sad news to report.
For this.
One of the great coaches in the history, I'm going to say in sports. Football is where he made his fame, college football especially. He won a national title. But even more so, he's pretty just famous for his I don't know, just his overall effect on the sport of college football and the way he, some of his quotes, the way he talked, the way he coached, the way he competed, the way his teams competed. Lou Holtz passed away today at the age of 89. I had heard that he was not in good health, Not me personally, but I'd read it somewhere. The Holtz family didn't call. Hey, Chris, Lou's not feeling great. But I had read that he wasn't doing well. He died in Orlando, Florida at the age of 89. Holtz, 249 college football victories. He also coached the Jets for 1 year. I don't know if a lot of people kind of forget that.
Yeah.
He didn't do so well. So he went back to college. And, of course, most of his fame was at Notre Dame. But he also he uplifted the programs at the Sauce. He went to the Sauce and made them relevant. He went to Minnesota, did the same, and he finished at South Carolina. But 1988 was his finest moment when he led Notre Dame to the national championship, and included that year was a victory over Miami in the famous Catholics versus Convicts football game. Lou Holtz was the Catholic side.
Yeah, I get
very religious guy.
He's also coaching for Notre Dame.
He was. He won 100 games at Notre Dame, third all time at Notre Dame. This is sad. That the fact that Lou Holtz passed is sad, but here's something else. Do you know the all-time leading win victory guy in coaching wins at Notre Dame is? We're talking about Newt Rockne. We're talking about Ara Parseghian. We're talking about Lou Holtz. We're even talking about, Marcus Freeman now. We're talking to some legendary coaches at Notre Dame, and
Can't
there's
be
more.
Charlie Weiss.
Brian Kelly.
Oh, I forgot he was there.
How about that? Brian Kelly is the all-time leader. You could win a few bar bets with that.
You
by
could.
The way.
I had no idea.
I didn't either. But anyway, Lou Holtz, and he in his book Wins, Losses, and Lessons, Holtz wrote, "When I die and people realize that I will not be resurrected in 3 days, they will forget me. That is the way it should be." Actually, it's not. Lou Holtz will be remembered, and as a great contributor to the game of college football and one of its legends. Passes at 89. All right.
He wasn't the coach for Rudy, right?
No, that was well before
Was it
him.
Devine or something?
Dan Devine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was he the coach of Joe Montana?
No.
Okay.
Again, maybe even Dan Devine again. I'm going to look that up.
When did he take
Holtz
over?
went in 86. 1986, he started in Notre Dame.
No, Joe Montana was definitely in the NFL.
Joe was already in the NFL, yeah. No, Holtz came in 1986. They had fallen into the muck and mire because of a guy named Jerry Faust, who was like the worst coach Notre Dame ever had. And Holtz ended up going to the championship in 1988. So it took him a couple years to win that title. All right, a lot of Notre Dame people out there, and I'm sure they're all sad.
My neighbors
today by the passing of the great Lou Holtz. All right, more Padre talk. We'll keep you up to date with the ball game. Tony
Jazz Chisholm just hit a home run to go ahead.
Jazz Chisholm's playing for who? Great Britain?
Yes, Great Britain.
Jazz? How do you pronounce that?
Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah. Jazz Chisholm is somehow British?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's surprising to me.
I mean, there's so many guys on so many teams. I'm like, really?
Right. Jazz Chisholm doesn't sound like a Brit.
No. But hey, he just hit a home run and they went ahead against the Padres.
Maybe he's not from England. Maybe he's a Scottish guy and he's going to play the bagpipes after the game.
That would be awesome.
That would be newsworthy. All right. We'll keep an eye. Tony will be with us after that. A little later, Gwynn and Chris underway. Happy to have you on a Wednesday.
Hi, this is Dorothy Tran.
All right, so here's what happened. I was at the corner, and I'm going to call out the streets because who cares? It was Claremont Mesa Drive and Ruffin Road, which is pretty close to our radio station here.
Yeah.
I had to run over and pick up a little cash from the bank. That was simple, trip before I came into work. And I'm on Ruffin Road, coming up to Claremont Mesa Boulevard.
Ruffin Road can be a little rough sometimes.
They could pave that. It wouldn't hurt. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. They can't call it paved road. I know that.
Wait, your issue isn't the potholes in the road?
I'm used to that. So we come up on Claremont Mesa, and we're at the stoplight. I'm in the left-hand turn lane to turn left on Claremont Mesa. I'm the third car back. And there's 2 left turn lanes. There's 3 cars in line here. And then the going straight is also red. And that is backed up each of the lanes. So that I've got cars on my right. I've got cars on my left. I got 2 in front of me. I got people behind me. No big deal. Light cycles through. And our turn doesn't come.
Oh, no.
So the cross traffic gets to go again. And then the people coming across in our direction, they get to go again. And then for a second time, they skip our turn. Well, that's what I thought. So now...
Actually, you're not going anywhere. You're stuck.
Right, you're stuck.
You're not going anywhere.
And my first thought, of course, as a good scout or, athlete, is to look around. Is there any way out? Can I back up? Can I, I'll do anything. But there is nowhere for me to go.
No.
It happens a third time.
Whoa.
And I'm pretty clear at this point, this light's broken. And I'm starting to think, how are we going to get out of this? Am I going to have to call, the police to come and fix it? No one's going to know it's broken.
911 emergency response.
Yeah.
Where's your emergency? Ruffin Road in Claremont. The light is stuck.
The light is stuck. And so this is 5 minutes probably, but you can imagine 5 minutes.
No,
that's a long
That's a
time,
long
right?
time.
Well, when it comes to the fourth time, I finally start just leaning on my horn.
Oh.
I'm trying to get...
What are the people in front of you going to do?
Well, because there was a moment, right, after the traffic comes this way, it paused.
You want them to run the light.
You could at least a couple people could run the light. We could get this going here.
You want them to run the light.
I did.
Break the law.
Well, they had to. Otherwise, we'd still be there. Anyway, so this is going on. So I'm starting leaning on my horn. The lady next to me looks at me like, what the hell are you doing?
Good for her. Good for her.
And good for her. Yeah.
Kidding.
I'm like, ma'am,
kidding.
are you just clueless? Were you going to sit here the rest of your life?
She has faith that the light's going to turn eventually.
Evidently so. If it had gone again, the guy next to me on this side rolled down his passenger window. That starts to go down. I think he's going to be mad. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the light's broken. Like, how do you not know this? We've all been sitting here for 6-7 minutes now. The two cars at the very front of the left turn lane are not budging. So they apparently are content to sit there for as long as it need be.
They also have faith that the light is going to turn.
But I have no faith.
What gives them that faith?
Yeah, but what gave him the faith? I mean, it had cycled through 4 times now. The 5th time, I was going to just have to get out of my car and walk up to that and go, will you please do something? Or get, and if you don't, and I would have,
something.
You know what I would have said? If you don't want to run the light, just get out of my way so I can run the light. I'm not sitting here the rest of the day. And finally, on the 5th time, the first 2 people ran the light, and the next person was able to get half. You know what I mean? And after a couple more cycles through, I got out of there. But I don't know.
Did the light ever start working?
I don't know. If you're at Claremont Mason Ruffin Road, you might still be there. I don't know. This was 45 minutes ago or so.
Wow.
So my question to you is, how differently would you have handled this than I did? And I'll start with you, Tony. Would there have been any difference, or do you know?
I don't know if I would have laid on my horn.
You would have just never laid on it.
I think I might have maybe rolled down the window, see if I could talk to somebody, see what else.
See if anybody else was in on it?
I don't think I would have laid on my horn because, listen, what you're asking is for them to, which may not be easy for everybody, and that is the timing between when because they're waiting for their light to turn.
Yes,
right?
they were waiting for
the light's not going to turn. But that also then requires them to guess the exact kind of when the timing of when they can go. And
yeah, well, you know what? Figure it out.
I think a lot of people wouldn't be comfortable with
running the light,
with
even under these circumstances. Well, I think,
not when there's other cars that could actually hit them.
Okay, I think you are right. And the reason I think you're right is because of the 40 to 50 cars that were now piled up in my area behind me and around me. I was the only one honking.
Right, and then
nobody else thought to do this. All right, so here's what happened. Bill Howe Studios, we know how. So a lot of guys named Howe play baseball. Art Howe.
I know Gordie Howe.
Gordie Howe's a great hockey player. Very good.
There's a bridge named after him.
Or
it's that new bridge.
I would imagine Gordie Howe would be worthy of a bridge name.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's a legend in hockey. I mean, he was Gretzky before Gretzky. And you got to go back a year or two, but Gordie was pretty special.
I know who Gordie Howe is because of The Simpsons.
Really? How did he get referred to?
I don't remember what it was, but they brought him up in some sort of way, and I've never forgot. Yeah.
My favorite thing about Gordie Howe is the Gordie Howe hat trick. a goal, an assist, and a fight.
That's it. Yeah, that is a good one.
That's a great thing to be known for, isn't it?
And he was no helmet guy, right? Or they didn't have helmets in his day?
Didn't wear helmets, yeah.
God,
Gordy
those guys
just
are crazy.
Gordy was tough, man. And he played until he was like 50. He played in the NHL. I think he was 50 still.
And
holding his own.
That's insane.
And holding his own, I might add.
I have to go and see if well, they don't have it. Anyway, go ahead.
We'll look it up later if need be. Remember to listen around 5:35 today. We'll announce today's biggest fan. Chance to qualify for a night in the Odyssey Suite at a future Padres game with all of us. It'll be catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Register your name, 973thefantasy.com/biggest fan in order to potentially have your name called. We will have a name called today. Padres, as Scraby mentioned, trailing here now, 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th inning to the Brits. The British are coming, led by Jazz Chisholm, of all people, with the home run to break the tie. The Padre lineup today is not exactly a who's who. As a matter of fact, as I look down the lineup today, Scrabe, for the Padres, I would predict hang on. Yeah, I'd predict 0 of these guys make the team.
I agree with you.
I don't think any of them are going to make it.
I don't think so either.
The only name I recognize is Ethan Salas, and he's not making the team.
Samad Taylor is pretty good.
Samad's in there. Tirso Ornelas has an RBI today. But it's not a who's who. Padres have a new player, Madonna. Didn't know she was suited up a DH today for the Padres. Madonna.
I didn't even see that.
I didn't know Madonna was on the club.
Oh man, Truett Madonna.
Yeah,
age 18.
Yeah, okay, youngster.
Gordie Howe played for 26 seasons.
Yeah. Does it say how old was he? Because he played in the NHL. He's a legend for the Red Wings.
He started in 1945 and he ended in 1979-80.
Yes, but he went to the World Hockey Association to help get that league going. Played with his sons.
The Houston Aeros.
Right, he played with his sons on that team, which is something that LeBron James could appreciate, I guess.
So you're saying add those seasons onto it?
Well, I think they're professional hockey seasons. They're not NHL seasons.
Well, then you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
he
more.
Played for a while
because then he went back to the Hartford Whalers.
Then he went back to the Whale. Yeah, and how old does it say? How old he was with the Whale at the end?
Let me do some math because
he was. I think he was 50.
Let's see. He was born in 1928.
Oh my goodness! And he finished in 1980, so that would make him 52 years old.
That's insane.
Playing in the NHL.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Gordie Howe was the man.
They don't build them like that anymore, Chris.
No, it all came up because of the Bill Howe Studios. The names I was thinking of were Art Howe and Steve Howe. Steve Howe was a drug-troubled pitcher for the Dodgers back in the day. He ended up dying young. Too much, just never could escape the drug thing.
That's unfortunate.
It was. Steve Howe was quite a nice young pitcher, left-hander out of the bullpen for the Dodgers. Padres have tied it up 2-2. It looks like this is Cason Wells with the RBI to tie it up.
Oh, can you imagine what Tony's scorebook looks like today?
I'm digging today because the starting lineup was guys I haven't heard of. Now the backups are in.
Oh, yeah.
So it's, Tony's struggling.
These are numberless guys that are
Cason Wells hit a sacrifice fly to tie the game up. So, all right, Tony should be here in a little while. Before we get back to the Padres, and we got a bunch of Joe Musgrove stuff. He pitched today. Sam Levitt had an interview. We're going to play some of that for you so you can hear from Joe himself. I had to get my thoughts in on the Aztec basketball last night at Boise State. I mean, the season is, if it hasn't already, it's slipping away before our eyes. And, they've lost now for the 4th time in 5 games. And, to me, they had one last shot to maybe get themselves in position for an at-large berth. And that was to beat Boise, win their last game Friday, and then win at least their first 2 in the conference tournament. They might have been able to be in position. So how excited were they by that opportunity? They ran out and fell behind Boise State 22-5 last night. Like, were you not ready to play at all?
I don't know what's going on.
I don't either.
It's just been downright bad this year.
It's been really bad.
Even though they're still winning, it's just they're not playing together.
Not at all.
There's no consistency.
And we've talked about it. They're less than the sum of their parts, which is the opposite of what they usually are. And here's all I need to hear from the Aztecs themselves. This isn't my opinion. This is Reese Dixon Waters after the loss last night. Quote, "It just got out of hand. They out-rebounded us by more than 20. Hear this. This is not in the quote. The Aztecs as a team last night, the whole team had 15 rebounds.
That's it?
The whole game. The Aztecs had 15 rebounds the entire night.
Wow.
That's almost impossible to do. And here's the quote that sums up the season. Dixon Waters said, "They were playing harder than us, tougher than us." I want to tell you something. Stacey Terry Hudson has come up with a really good saying for her team this year on the women's side. And I think I mentioned it to you. It's TNT. And people think that stands for what
Dynamite.
it does. Yeah. Her TNT stands for takes no talent. And I think it is a great way to approach basketball. It takes no talent to work hard and box people out and play tough and play like you really care. The Aztecs, the last two games, have been punked so bad on the boards that it almost makes it look like they're honestly not trying down there. The New Mexico center the other day had 28 and 16. The center for Boise State last night had 36. And most of it was offensive rebounds. And he was fouled. He went to the line. He shot 18 free throws. One guy. The whole team had 15 boards. If that isn't an indictment of how this team, unfortunately, this year has turned out, I don't know what is. And it's a shame. I hate to see it. I love these kids. They're basketball. They're college kids. I know they now get paid, so maybe we can be a little more critical of them. Magoon Guath is not playing anywhere near the level of a whatever he makes, $1 million player, whatever. I mean, he's getting beaten up down there. These guys are just destroying him. He scored 4 points last night, had a technical foul late in the game. Miles Bird, if he misses another wide open dunk, I'm going to lose my mind. He missed it for the fourth time this year.
That's a lot.
A breakaway, and he went to his tomahawk, and Scraby, he hit the front of the rim and fell down.
Oh,
it was,
I didn't see that.
for lack of a better term, Miles, it was comical.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to be on all of the blooper reels, that's where you're going to end up. And, Brian Dutcher said, I told him, look, we need the two-hand dunk, man. We need the baskets.
Yeah.
And now Miles, we went back to the one hand last night, and it was a breakaway layup. There was no one near him. So, it's unfortunate. I keep saying this because I'm hopeful somehow that they're going to just miraculously win 3 straight games and get to the NCAA tournament. You never know, but it's just not looking right. And this season, I'm upset at any of you out there that want to be critical of Dutcher, want to be critical of the program, want to be critical of, how they need to change this and change that and do this. Stop that. This has been one of the most successful programs in the nation. 1 year where you call it a bad year, they're still 19-10. That's not what we expect, but 19-10 is still not horrible.
It's just the way they've been losing games this year.
Absolutely.
It's not about them losing.
Absolutely.
And it's all effort stuff.
And you got your guy saying it in the paper.
That's crazy.
Reese Waters says they were playing harder than us. Why? Why are they playing harder than you?
How can you not get up for a game that you have to win to try to get an at-large berth in the NCAA tournament?
Steve Fisher's famous quote, as far as my concern was, he would tell his team all the time, "Don't make me coach effort." That is something you have to bring to the table. This team doesn't bring it. As a result, they're where they are. All right, we'll take a break. More Gwynn and Chris. I think we're going to have an early edition of the Big Five today. We'll talk about that when we come back.
The biggest.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, And
Scrappy, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You would be better.
You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
it only happened that one time because I got caught.
How did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged. And so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days
What
later.
did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well,
Like,
why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my god!
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names.
No.
But I walked in. I got called into the office, and I sat
Oh my
down.
gosh.
And all my boss, I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew
Said,
what
"Did
time
you
it was.
visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I
Damn.
took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes. And,
Oh my god! I'm so glad you're sitting in this seat now.
Yes, I'm so happy you're not
Freaking
doing any
bank.
job that can be dangerous to people's futures.
this was in the first year that I was there. I learned my lesson
As
thoroughly.
Chris, as I said, as soon as they walked in, there was like,
Yeah,
that's
that
our
window.
guy right there.
That's our window.
We're gonna take him down.
Yep.
Just lucky I didn't get caught for like. I can't even say. I'll tell you guys off break whose account I saw
He's
and how
diabolical.
much money they had sitting in their checking account.
And this was how long ago, too, by the way?
Ooh, 2009, 10. Way before I became a good person.
Didn't Bank America end up getting in trouble, or was that? It was one of those banks got in trouble.
all of them get in trouble
Yeah.
for selling information, but
I heard folks like you.
I wasn't selling any information. I was just wanting to see what was going
Just
on.
curious.
I didn't check their account activity,
You
which I
just
could
check-
have been like, oh, they bought this here. I'm going to go up there. You know, I'm not that creepy.
Well, that's stock.
Oh yeah, you're not that bad.
I'm not that creepy.
This is amazing, by the way. We're supposed to be doing.
How are we supposed to do baseball picks under
I
these
don't think we can
circumstances?
anymore. I think we gotta push it. You guys never did it? Well, I mean,
No, Scrappy, we didn't. We didn't do it.
Really?
okay.
Like you work at a bank, you're looking at people's account information?
It only
That's unbelievable.
happened for a little bit, and then I got in
Only
trouble.
for a little bit.
I can't stop laughing at this because it is quite hilarious, Scrappy.
But you were saying that I may have gotten robbed or whatever. I actually did get robbed when I worked in San Francisco, and they're called quick change artists.
how long did you work in the banking industry?
8 years. I was a teller supervisor when I finished. I was also the merchant teller, which took in around $150,000 in cash a day. Guess what? Always balanced at the end of the day.
Yeah, I bet.
But there was a guy who walked in. He had about $5,000 in hundreds, and he handed it to me. He said, "Can I get 50s for these?" And I said, you know, it's pretty annoying that he wants
$5,000 in hundreds.
in hundreds, and he wanted $5,000 in 50s. He just wanted 50s instead of hundreds. So I had to go get it from the vault. I come back. I'm starting to count it out, and then he's like starting to ask me questions as I'm counting it
He's
out.
trying to mess.
And then
What did I tell you, Chris? This is what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
That window right there.
hey, this guy was so good that no one saw it coming. But so when I started getting mad at him because I counted out the 50s, he goes, "What are you doing?" I asked for 20s. And I'm like, what?
He tried
You
to
did not
play
ask
you.
for 20s. You asked for 50s, bro.
Yeah.
I had to go to the vault to get those 50s. And as I was getting all mad and talking to my boss, he took the cash off the counter and put it into this folder that he had on the thing that.
The original 5,000 in hundreds.
Yeah, well, he kept going like that. And then I was so mad, I just grabbed it and I threw it in my drawer. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm out of here." And he walked out. And
How
then at
much
the end
did
of the
he get from
day,
you?
$3,000.
He got an extra 3 on you.
$3,000. Yeah, he got
See,
$3,000.
The thing about criminals like that, they can sniff out a mark really
I'm
easy.
not a mark.
You are 1,000%.
I
a
was
mark.
actually the bank's
Dog, they got you for 3 extra.
And that's the only time in my 8 years that I ever had anything happen like that.
I'm sure there are people who've been there 8 years that never had 0 taken.
Scrape, I got a 20 here. Can I get 5 5s, please?
I hate you guys.
Let's get to
That was one of the worst moments of my life, but you know what? It taught me a lot. Never trust anyone ever again.
You know what? You definitely have learned because you don't trust very many people.
I don't trust anyone anymore.
You are.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
Scrapey, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You would be better.
You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is.
Gwynn Chris, a little Omaha here. We were gonna do an early version of the Big Five, but we decided we'll wait a little bit, play it about an hour from now.
Because you want to get in a game of Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
We're gonna have the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. It's got to make a return, man. It's been out for I don't know how long. Fans are demanding it, Scrape. So the Fantabulous Game Show will be back. Tony should be joining the show, I'd say by 4 o'clock or so. He's finishing up the Padre game here in Peoria today. They're in the 9th inning of a 2-2 tie with the Brits. And so when Tony gets back, we'll do a Fantabulous later on. Also going to have Bailey Barnhard, Aztec women's basketball team. I talked about the men there. The women just keep on rolling. They finished up their regular season with another win last night at Air Force and 25-4, Scrape. That's a hell of a great season, but they still need to get it done in the tournament, which starts this weekend in Las Vegas. So we'll talk about them for a little bit.
Now, you're saying, you told me last week, maybe it's changed.
No.
If they don't win their conference tournament, they're not in the NCAA tournament?
It's a one-bid league, and the reason it's a one-bid league is because none of them, I don't want to say none of them, but the top teams in the league, they all play, the 4 or 5 games against some power conferences in November. Yeah. They don't win them. The Aztecs lost to Penn State this year. Penn State finished last in the Big Ten. That's the comparison that the tournament committee will make. Now, the Aztecs also beat Kansas State, which is a decent, middle-of-the-road Big 12 team. So they have that on their resume, but it's not enough.
It's crazy.
And, yeah, it's a one-bid league. So, yes, UNLV last year was in a similar position. The Aztecs knocked them out in the tournament. UNLV didn't make it. I'm not saying the Aztecs don't deserve it. This team has been really good, especially – you win 21 of your last 22 games, and you win almost all of them by double figures. You got yourself a really good team, the one that should be in the NCAA tournament. But the way it goes, they won't make it.
I will never understand the seeding process,
and it's the whole thing. It's the women's version, a little bit of Miami of Ohio.
It is.
Yeah, they're 29, 30 and 0.
They're 30-0 now,
and people don't want them in the tournament. So there's that. There's a little of that arrogance from the power conferences, which was represented in the comments of Bruce Pearl the other day. That's how they think. We are it.
He's taking heat, but he doesn't care.
Oh, he's doubling, tripling down.
He is. He's going everywhere saying it.
The only problem, Bruce, is I would believe you if your own son wasn't coaching Auburn.
That's a major problem.
And trying to get one of the spots you're saying Miami shouldn't get.
And do not tell me you're not biased, because you are.
You've got to be biased. It's your own son.
Yeah, you are biased.
Of course you're rooting for your son to get in the tournament. And to me, the issue is TNT or whoever putting Bruce Pearl on in a position of knowledge and a position of being an expert when he's clearly not being an expert. He's clearly just trying to make a case for his son's team to get in.
Yeah. And they've been terrible lately.
Yeah, they lost 7 of 8 games, and then they did win last night over LSU, which is one of the really bottom teams in the SEC. But, Auburn thinks they should be in. If Auburn played Miami, who would win? I don't know. Maybe Auburn would win, maybe not. But Miami's 30-0, and Auburn's barely 500.
Yeah.
I just – anyway, we've had this discussion already.
And I'll never understand it.
Well, yeah.
I will never understand, because there's got to be some women's team that is way worse than the Aztecs team that's going to get in.
They'll get in for sure. There is. But they're going to get in. So let's think positively. They'll win their tournament, and then they don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
One other score to pass along. We told you the Padres are playing Great Britain. That game is now over, Scrabe.
Oh.
They skated to a 2-2 tie today.
What? I knew that they do this, but I didn't know they scored a second run.
Padres tied it, yes. No, so they end up 2-2 tie. It's all over there in Peoria. So
if you can dispatch Great Britain with the minor league crew, that's a pretty good win, right? Or a pretty good day right there.
I don't know. Great Britain, other than Jazz Chisholm, you've never heard of any of their players. Canada beat the Phillies today 5-3. That's a nice boost for the Habs, the Canadians. The Rockies are playing the U.S. today. Now, this was 4-3 Rockies.
Whoa.
It's not anymore.
What happened?
It's 14-4 U.S. I think
completely turned.
I think the Rockies put their bullpen in, and I know, yes, that's become a rout. But the other one that I want to mention was Netherlands. Xander Bogaerts is playing for them.
Yep.
They're beating they beat the Rays. It's over. 11-8 was the final. The Netherlands with the win. You mentioned Bogey ended up 1 for 4, 2 runs scored and an RBI. So Bogaerts is batting third in their lineup. He's right in the middle of their lineup there. But you know who didn't play for the Netherlands today and is not going to be playing for them is Jurickson Profar. And I just, Jurickson from Curacao, but that was enough of a connection that he would have been on this Netherlands team.
I think he was on the last one.
There's nobody personally that we've met, Scraby, at spring training or after games or down there that we've liked any better than Jurickson. He just is a fun guy. He's always got a smile on his face. Tony will tell you the same thing. And the year that he, had here, the breakout year a couple years ago, he not only had a great year. Did they ever name him the team MVP that year? It was close. I don't remember if he ended up getting it, but
yeah, I don't either.
He was certainly the fan favorite.
Oh,
everyone loved Jurickson, and you can understand why. Always played with a passion and a smile and with a, just the way he
defended San Diego at all times.
Oh, no kidding. And for him to make the one mistake last year and be suspended 80 games, I blamed him 100%, but there was a tiny bit of me, and I think a tiny bit of everybody that said maybe this really was a mistake. Maybe it just something slipped in there that he didn't know about. And, it's too bad, but he deserves his penalty, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And the Braves gave him the benefit of the doubt. They said, hey, we stand behind Jurickson. He's going to serve a suspension, but we love him, etc. But when you get caught a second time, man, it's all over. That's it. There's nobody anywhere, me included, you included, the biggest Jurickson Profar fan out there in San Diego or Atlanta included, that can stick up for him anymore. That's it. And you had the guy on from Atlanta yesterday.
Chris Domino.
Chris just said straight up, he's a bum.
Yeah.
I hate to call Jurickson Profar a bum, but he's not very smart. I mean, you can't take any supplement once you've been caught once.
AJ
That's
Przinsky
it. You just
said,
can't.
AJ Przinsky said yesterday in foul territory, I don't care who you are. If you already got found guilty once, you better know everything that's going in your body.
You better not drink a glass of milk before you read the ingredients.
You have to know everything. But
you cannot risk it again. And he has still not come out with a statement. The Braves, you said, did come out with something today that said we trust the process and we respect.
They're disappointed, but we respect the process.
Yeah, but they haven't spoken directly about Jurickson anymore. I don't know.
Weiss did earlier.
Oh, did he say that? Do you get the sense they would ever bring him back again?
That wasn't something. He was tap dancing around a lot, obviously. But what Chris Domino said yesterday is he still has 1 year left on his contract next year. So what do you do? And he wants the Braves to just get rid of him.
They should.
And pay him the money and move on.
They absolutely should.
Because
and
I
let him be somebody else's problem. You can't. Jurickson Profar has become, this now to me in Major League Baseball, and I put my cross fingers. I mean, it's just no more. It doesn't matter how much I like him. You can't be in baseball. There's only one guy in the history of the game that's ever got caught 3 times.
Yeah.
There's only 4 other guys that have been caught twice. And let me tell you something, the other guys you've never heard of, they're, deep in the bullpen kind of guys. They're not names that you know. Profar, this I can't stick up for you anymore, Jurickson. I hate to say it, but to me, it's like, in this case, 2 strikes and you're out, in my mind.
The Braves fans are calling him Jurickson. They're very angry, and I don't blame them, because you know what? The season's in 3 weeks. Chris said 22 days.
Yeah.
And they just lost their cleanup hitter. They just lost their left fielder and their DH option for the year. And there's no time.
I joked to you earlier. At least he got busted a little earlier this year.
Yeah.
Last year he waited until 4 games into the season
and played against
to
the
be
Padres.
Suspended. He got to play against the Padres the first series, and then he got suspended. This year, at least he gave the Braves 3 weeks to try to replace him, which they're not going to be able to do. It's inexcusable for Jurickson Profar in every single way, and I hate to have to say it, but there's nothing else I can think.
Let me ask this question, because obviously 2024 was a career season for Jurickson Profar. Gets the contract that he wanted. 2025, 80-game suspension, obviously 162-game suspension. I asked this on Twitter. Does that mean does that mean what I think it means type of thing about Jurickson in 2024?
When he cheated, he
may have done it in 2024. And
I'm going to tell you the only reason I don't think that, but of course you have to think that. He came back last year. Now, maybe he was stupid and just kept taking stuff. I don't know. But when he came back last year, he had 14 home runs the second half of the season for Atlanta. That would have been a 30 home run year.
And unfortunately, everything that he does now
right. Yeah, no, everything's going to be questioned for sure. Yeah, no, it's the Jurickson Profar career is a sad tale now.
Yeah,
and it once was a great story of a number 1 overall pick, top prospect in the history of the game, who had to battle and work his way into the league, and he had done it. Yeah, and now it's a sad tale, unfortunately.
And one other thing is, people are telling me, hey, you can't think that because they would have tested him and he would have been found positive in 2024. I totally get that. I have no answer for that. So
here's my answer for it. He just didn't get caught. I
want to say that, but I don't want to say that.
I know. I don't know that for a fact. And you're fair. You're right.
But it's a career year, and he's an older player, and I said it a million times.
Where did it come from?
You have to beware of the older player with a career year. Not for this reason, but for other reasons.
I'll be honest with you. Not only did Jurickson Profar do himself a disservice, but he has now done a disservice to the next guy that at 30 years old has a career year. Whoever it is.
Yeah.
Could be some guy on the Tigers or some guy on the Blue Jays that, never really done much. Now hits 37 home runs, and you say, how'd that happen? Well, I don't know. Look at Jurickson Profar. I don't know. It's too bad. It's really too bad. There's nothing positive about it.
They released what kind of substance it was, but obviously I didn't recognize it. It was like testosterone or something.
It usually is.
Yeah. Not that I know. I've never taken
something
steroids.
that had to do with childbirth was what I read.
I'm sorry,
I'm like,
what?
Yeah, thank you. That's what I said.
Childbirth.
That's what I said when I read that. I'm like, where'd that come from?
That's crazy.
Joe Musgrove back in action. Let's hear from him real quick because we got to get our daily gambit. I know we promised that you'd hear from Joe after his outing today. 2 innings, 64 pitches, I think you said. And how did he feel afterwards? Sam Levitt was right there in Peoria.
Pitch count, 3 innings. Getting to feel the pitch clock a little bit. Felt fast for me today a little bit. Overall, good step forward. I was able to get the 3 innings in outside of that long first. I like the shapes of my stuff. Just, command-wise, a little bit off from where I need to be. But overall, pretty good.
That seems fairly typical for a long layoff and for a long layoff from this. Did you expect a lot of today's issues or?
I don't know that I expected some of the command issues, but the pitch clock for sure, the tempo, the pace, those kind of things for sure expected that to be a little bit different or a little bit distracting, I guess. I've been working at a very casual pace for the last, couple months. So overall felt pretty good though. My stuff felt, good. I think I used some pitches in spots that I typically won't, but just for the sake of a spring training game, trying to see how it plays. I think a little unhappy with the curveball execution. A lot of balls, just put myself in some bad counts in that first inning. but I felt pretty good.
How did it feel just to be competing on the mound in a game setting again?
Yeah, it felt good. I mean, it didn't feel like anything crazy. To me, this is like another step. I think getting in a big league game and facing big league hitters in a big stadium, night game, things like that will be another adjustment. But for me, this was just, I'm still kind of checking boxes and building up. So I'm not putting too much, value into how I do in these outings and whatnot. It's just kind of reminding myself of what the big league flow is like and kind of getting familiar with things again.
Has the progression really felt like a normal spring to you, knowing that you kind of built up in a normal way in the offseason? I know that you're into game.
The civil authorities have issued a required monthly test for San Diego, CA, beginning at 2:44 p.m. and ending at 4:44 p.m. Test. This is the required monthly test. Test. This is the required monthly test of the emergency alert system.
No, we're back, Chris. That, again, the emergency alert system cut off all of our programming, which is really annoying.
You know what I get a kick out of the emergency system is?
What?
One day there's going to be an emergency, and that stuff's going to come on in the middle of a Joe Musgrove soundbite, and no one's going to move a muscle because we're not going to believe it. Right? You've heard it so many times, you're not going to react to it ever when it really matters, if it ever does.
The no notification that this thing is coming,
get no
is
notification
ridiculous.
at all.
And it happens to our show all the time.
Sorry about that, Joe Musgrove. Good to have him back, though. And we'll talk about what he said when he returns.
They got most of it, but geez.
The highlight of it all that you may have missed if you're not watching on YouTube was Scraby throwing his headphones across the room.
You didn't see it.
I love it. We're back.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play. And the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. It's not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I got to go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never going to do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that. Number 2, Chris Ello, Scraby, Wednesday, Bill House Studios. We Know How, middle of the week get together here on 97.3 The Fan. You know what's weird? I just said that, and then I thought for a second, is that right?
97.3
Isn't that weird? Like I say it 50 times a day, but for some reason in my mind, I said that, and I'm like, I hope I said the right number.
It's probably because the EAS test confused you.
No kidding, man. Stop doing that to us. All right, we're going to get to some Daily Gambit stuff. Bailey Barnhard, San Diego State. She'll be with us. She's fun to talk to. She's coming up in a little bit. And Big Five in this hour. Tony should be with us soon later on. The return of the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Quick news items of the day if you're just tuned in. Sad news, the passing of college football coaching great Lou Holtz. He passed at the age of 89. And the Padres' spring training game against Great Britain today ended in a 2-2 tie. Joe Musgrove, 64 pitches. And we heard from him there before the emergency broadcast. But all in all, good outing for Joe today. Randy Vasquez, though, wow, 4 innings, 1 hit, 3 Ks. He's all but locked up that 4 spot already. He's taken the drama out of it.
He's been great.
Yes. All right, let's get to some one more thing, Aztec basketball. Last night, they got UNLV Friday before they go into the Mountain West tournament. All right, let's go to the Gambit.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. I have an announcement for the Scraby Show.
Okay.
I have figured out the daily gripe, and it's the EAS test. We're going to talk about it during the Scraby Show.
All right.
This last one really bothered
Scraby
me.
fired his headphones across the studio.
It's because
pleased.
How many times have we asked Chris to get help?
We keep telling him, can you please do something about this? And they always go, oh, yeah, we got you.
Or they say, oh, we can't do anything.
Or they say they can't do anything.
All right. Rod said on the chat, I just had a plumber here from Bill Howe. The dude did great work.
All right.
So nice job,
He
Bill Howe.
He knew how.
Yeah, he
guy
did. That's
knew
what he
how.
said. That's what he said.
Yeah, good. All
So we have no bets to review, Chris. But
right. You and Tony hung on to your
actually,
earnings.
We've got
last couple of days.
Chris, why am I forgetting his name? Sam and I played a different type of game yesterday.
All right,
and the day before it went well.
How was Sam here the last couple of days? He's such a good guy.
Great.
We appreciate him filling in for us. All right, here's what we got tonight. We've got some college hoops. I always put these guys in there because I just like saying it. The Sauce is 6.5 over Texas tonight. SEC battle. Sauce is ranked 20th in the nation. But if I'm not mistaken, the Sauce's last game did not go well. They lost to Florida 111-77. I don't know if you saw the clip in this game. There was a bit of a physical altercation. I remember a couple of players, one from each team. While they're looking at the monitor, the refs were looking at the monitor. The Florida coach, and I forget his name, he's the national championship coach.
Todd
I should know
Golden?
it. Thank you. Yeah. He started, I don't like to say it because you get mad at me, calling John Calipari a bunch of names that start with F.
Oh.
And Calipari was like, you're going to bleed. I mean, they showed this with the lip reading. I thought the two of them were going to start throwing haymakers.
I did not see
And
this.
you better be careful because Calipari has a little experience. Remember, he fought John Chaney of Temple a long time ago.
Yeah, he's kind of a big guy.
Calipari is a combative guy, but the Florida coach was not backing down. He was not happy with, I think, one of Calipari's players started the altercation, and he said, tell your guy to get the bleep out of here. And Calipari said, you tell me what the, it was.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good one. Florida ended up winning, though, by 44 points.
So Florida got the last laugh.
Yeah, Sauce is still favored by 6.5 tonight over Texas. Do they bounce back, Scrape?
I would think they bounce back.
Go with the Sauce?
Yeah.
I'm going with the Sauce. I love the Sauce. I love the Sauce a lot more now that Eric Musselman is not there. Eric's never been one of my all-time faves.
You don't say.
USC now. Chad Baker Mazzara.
Yeah, we
you make a deal with that. You make a deal with the devil. Bring him in.
Was he known as a
Mazzara's he was a fracturer. He was not well liked here at all. Then he went to Auburn. Of course, Bruce Pearl's like, I love the guy. He helped me get to the Final Four. Of course you would, Bruce. It doesn't speak to his character if he, just because he's a good basketball player. I think if Eric Musselman's had enough of you, that's, saying something, I must tell you.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, because Eric Musselman, like I said, he's willing to make that deal and bring you in, and he'd had enough of this guy.
Can you imagine him and Mick Cronin together?
Well,
Chad Baker Mazzara.
Well, you got SC UCLA. They play each other now.
Oh,
That's
man.
craziness when they get together, I bet.
Oh.
Musselman is very combative. He's a competitor. I'm going to give him that much. He will compete, but sometimes I think he crosses the line. Wisconsin 14.5 over Maryland. I brought this up, because Wisconsin I'm just giving you a little heads up. I'm reading it a lot. If you're looking for a sneaky team in your bracket, people say Wisconsin. They're not ranked. Probably going to be a 5 or 6 seed. They have a win over Michigan this year. I've heard really good things for Wisconsin. But here's the other thing about Wisconsin that I had forgotten about. You know who their best player has been this year? And I read this, and Andy Katz was picking his all Big Ten team the other day.
I do not.
Best player on Wisconsin this year, some guard by the name of Nick Boyd.
Ah.
Yeah, the Aztec guy. He's at Wisconsin now.
Man, that guy,
he's gotten around.
Yeah, but he's finding good places.
He's averaging 20.5 points per game.
Where was that last year?
He had his moments, but he didn't average 20. He had some 20s, but
isn't that funny? The first thing I think about is, well, where was that last year?
Yeah. And Nick Boyd was also the guy that Lamont Butler hit the winning shot over in the Florida Atlantic game.
He's all over the Aztecs.
Nick Boyd's been everywhere, but he's leading Wisconsin this year. For that reason, I'll take Maryland just because I'm anti-Nick Boyd for the moment. Although I met him a couple times last year, and actually I thought he was a good guy, but I did not like him leaving the program.
And we had him on the show.
Yeah.
I'll go with Maryland as well.
We're both going Maryland. All right. New Mexico 8.5 over Colorado State. If New Mexico wins, I'm pretty sure the Aztecs fall even further in the standings. I think they go to 3rd. Now, Ziegler said that the Aztecs have at least at the very least, clinched a bye in the first round. So they will finish in the top 4. But, yeah, right now, Utah State's 14-5. New Mexico State's, if they win, they'll be 14-5. The Aztecs are a game behind them. So the Aztecs have slipped to 3rd. New Mexico 8.5 over the Rams. Your pick. Your Rammies.
I'm going to go New Mexico.
Yeah, at home in the pit. Saw what the Aztecs did down there. All right, here's a couple of guys to look out for in college basketball. They're 2 great freshmen, and you should know who these kids are, and you should try to watch them play before the season's over, because next year they're both going to be in the NBA. One is Darius Acuff, plays for Arkansas. He's averaging 22 a game. He shoots 45% from 3.
Wow.
The other guy is Kingston Flemings, another freshman guard for Houston. Even if you don't know anything about him, you got to love the name. Kingston Flemings.
I do love Kingston for sure.
Well, they're both playing tonight. Acuff is playing Texas. Flemings is playing Baylor. Acuff -5 in the points. I'm going with Kingston Flemings +5. Like that name, and I've seen some of his game. It's pretty good, man. These are freshmen. They're just so good now. Crazy.
I'm going to go with Darius Acuff.
Going with Acuff. You got it. OKC 4.5 at the Knicks tonight. In the NBA, another classic NBA moment last night. Thunder playing the Bulls. First of back-to-back. SGA sits out. He's got to rest up for the Knicks game. I just hate that. And they give it well, he's recovering from an injury. Is he recovered or not?
Yeah.
He's playing in the NBA. He took a night off because they know they can win without him.
Isn't he getting close to that threshold for being an MVP?
I think he's got 5 or 6 left. So they used one of them last night. It's just the NBA is so under siege right now with the tanking, with the sitting out, with the traveling, which is getting absurd. And people are putting videos up that are absolutely hilarious. There was one of SGA the other day taking 7 steps before he shot the ball. And I mean,
what were
7.
we watching the other day when I was like, wasn't that traveling? Guy took like 6 steps.
Yeah. Doris Burke's my new hero, by the way, the commentator. She was talking about a call that was made against Ant-Man for pushing off the other day. And she goes, I don't know why they called that. SGA does it on every shot.
Oh,
she
had your back.
She had my back.
She listened to the show, apparently.
SGA, by the way, when you see the highlight of it, you'll know why I'm picking the Knicks. His outfit tonight,
oh my God,
walking into Madison Square Garden is absurd, even for NBA standards.
I was going to choose the Knicks for that same exact reason. He had like a fur coat on, but it was just covering his mouth, and that's how it was like staying on.
It was a fur coat was covering his mouth and then opened beneath him.
It was like a cape.
I don't know what he was thinking.
It's
somewhere
cold in New York. I get that, but that was ridiculous.
Somebody somewhere will think that's a cool look, but it's not going to be me. Clippers 12.5 over Indy tonight. Clippers have actually played pretty well since getting rid of James Harden. Now on the other side, so have the Cavs. Since they got James Harden, I think they're 9-1. I think he got hurt. He got hurt
his thumb.
But anyway, Clippers, Indy. You're up.
Is Kawhi playing? We have no idea.
Yes. According to the odds makers, he is, which means he's got odds tonight.
All right, I'll go Clippers.
So that tells me he's in the lineup. I'm going to go with the Clips also. All right, here we go. SGA -3 versus Kawhi. Different games, points. SGA is going to win this, though. I can speak against him all I want. He's going to score 35 points every single game. That I have to take my hat off to. Or whatever.
I think the Clippers blow out Indy. I'll go SGA.
SGA as well. We got one hockey game. We haven't touched on the NHL. It is, I hate to say this, but hockey, doesn't know how to and never has taken advantage of the great success and spotlight that gets on hockey in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like it's been 10 days and we've already forgotten about it. Nobody's watching the NHL.
That's true.
It's just weird that they've never made it. Ducks are having a good year. They're in second place, favored by 1.5 over the Islanders. I'll take the Isles for my friend Frank Marchese.
I will take the Ducks.
Quacks.
For my own self.
You got
the
them.
Mighty Duck movies.
All right, Aztec basketball has been frustrating this year, but that's because you're not paying attention to the women's team. Nothing frustrating about them. 25-4 as they get ready for the tournament. Bailey Barnhard is a San Diego kid. She's leading the way. She's next on Gwynn and Chris. time. Chris Scraby. And, if you've been paying attention to the show, you know that I'm traveling around the world, or at least the western part of the United States with the Aztec women's. Hey, we got to go to the Bahamas.
That
Don't
is
forget.
true.
That wasn't
is the
a bad
world.
way to.
You're right.
Wasn't a bad way to start the season, but it has been a great season for the Aztec women's basketball team. And I know everyone's frustrated about the men, so start focusing in on these young ladies. 25-4. They've just finished up conference play with a 19-1 record. Victory yesterday at Air Force wrapped it up. And Bailey Barnhard, the sophomore post player for the Aztecs, nice enough to join us. Hi, Bailey. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you, Chris?
Very good. Thank you. And I don't know, sum up the regular season for me as far as what you guys, what you wanted to accomplish and how much of it you have accomplished and, understanding that there's still work to be done.
Yeah, I mean, for the regular season, we came into it with two main goals, and one being regular season champions, and then another one being protecting home court. And so just being able to reflect on that and having accomplished both of those goals, protecting home court in conference, and then, securing the regular season title has been really exciting. But that being said, we have one more goal to accomplish that we set in place, is just to win the tournament championship. So we're excited for that.
And that all starts Sunday, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. I want to ask you about your own game and how far you have come from this year, last year at this time. Now, you were on the freshman, but you were playing behind three really good post players, and so they just couldn't find the kind of playing time for you. I've been talking to some of the folks around this team, and they said that of all of the people this offseason, nobody worked harder on strength, conditioning, bettering themselves than you did. You wanted to make sure that your sophomore season, they weren't going to be able to, put you down on the bench. You were going to be a big part of this thing. Talk about from last year to this year personally for you.
Yeah, I mean, having that experience last year, it was nice to learn behind those three older players, but I don't think anybody really likes to play on the bench. So that was my biggest motivation coming into this upcoming year, and especially focusing on the off season. It was just to improve any area I felt necessary, so that there was no, so that I wouldn't have to sit another year on the bench, and honestly, just taking that, also motivation. We had how many girls leaving, all in my position, so just really focusing on, making sure there's no really let off from last year to this year, making sure we could still become a winning program.
Let me tell you how much she's worked, Scrabe, and then I'll throw it over to you. Bailey is a post player. We talk about that. So she's supposed to score in the paint. She does not want you to not give her the ball, though, when she's open at the 3-point line. And she hit one last night. She finished conference play 14 for 29.
Whoa.
From the arc. It's almost 50%, Bailey Barnhard. Not bad. And I know you're not going to crow about yourself, but I'm a crow for you. That's pretty good.
We're talking to, that is very good. We're talking to Bailey Barnhard here on 97.3 The Fan, and she joins us from the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. I have two questions. One really quick. Since you play the post, are you doing a lot of Kareem sky hooks? Is that part of your game?
Step back jump.
I'm more of like a fadeaway kind of girl.
Oh, see, that was always the cool thing. I wanted to be like Kobe and do the fadeaway all the time.
She can do it.
But winning the Mountain West Conference tournament for your team is going to make sure you all get to go to the NCAA tournament. And knowing that that's probably the way in, does that put more pressure on your team to make sure you get there?
Yeah, I mean, right now, the focus is really just taking it game by game, and that starts with Sunday. And so just focusing on whoever we play on Sunday, and then going from there to Monday and then Tuesday is really where the focus is at. But just the bonus of being able to go to the March Madness tournament if we were to win on Tuesday, makes it all much sweeter.
Bailey Barnhard is with us from the Aztec women's team, and she played Del Norte High School, for those in the North County, San Diego kid all the way. I want to ask you about Stacey Terry Hudson. I don't know if she's listening, but you'll probably say nice things. She's going to be named the Coach of the Year when they announce this. And by the way, if they don't give her Coach of the Year, we're going to have an investigation, for heaven's sakes, to go 19-1. Talk about what drew you to her program and just her as a coach. I think she does a really good job of being tough on you guys when she has to be, but more than that, she's a friend and kind of a mentor, as opposed to some coaches that are far more distant from their players. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%. Just being able to have somebody that we can talk to about non-related basketball stuff, is really impactful. And it's the reason why a lot of the girls, including myself, chose to come to San Diego State, just to have that, family feel at a place, for other people far away from home, but for me, pretty close. But just having that is really nice, and then on the court, she just has really implemented, especially this year, being more involved, the fundamentals that, have made it really crucial in certain times of certain games, when it's on the line, where you could see summer work or spring work from last year coming into play. And it's just, comes from the coaching staff.
Talking to Bailey Barnhard here on 97.3 The Fan. Last time you were in here, we did something very fun. And you were going to do a Rubik's Cube.
She did.
You did do the Rubik's Cube, but Chris's Rubik's Cube was from 1942, and so it wasn't moving. And I can confirm this because I've tried to do this Rubik's Cube. It's like getting a wrist workout while you're doing it. But you also told Chris that you would do it in front of him with another Rubik's Cube. But he tells me that you haven't done it yet. So how can we believe you?
We still have no official proof of your abilities to do it in 1 minute.
We have 5 days together, Chris.
All right,
make it happen.
Okay. All right, you're going to make it happen.
Okay.
But Bailey and I also share one other thing in common, and this is weird to me, but we all got backpacks where the kids all get backpacks. They put all their stuff in it. Me, Scraby, I have OCD. I gotta take all the tags off, all the stickers off, right? You know what I mean? You know how I am.
I do know.
Well, so it's noticeable to me that all year, Bailey Barnhard is the only person I've ever seen whose backpack still has the original tags hanging from the backpack.
Is that for identification?
I don't know why she does this.
See?
For what identification?
I leave the tags on too, so I know that's my bag.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Exactly.
That was really your anyway. So I got a new backpack 2 weeks ago from the team, and I put all my gear in there. And just to honor Bailey, I've kept my tag on.
That's great.
I've kept my tag on. But I told her, I said, you don't know how hard this is for me to do. Because, I mean, in the world that I live in, things have to be tidied up. But I think if we win, and I'm going to say we, because you guys have, always made me feel a part of it, Bailey, and I appreciate that from all you kids. But if we do win Tuesday, I think after we cut the nets, you and I should cut the tags. What do you think?
I don't know. I think we should test our luck through the tournament if that were the case.
Okay. Keep it going to the tournament.
Definitely.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Bailey. Appreciate it. Good luck. And we'll see you this weekend in Las Vegas. And hopefully you guys will bring it home.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
There she goes. Bailey Barnhard. Such a good kid. All of them are on that Aztec women's basketball team. 14-29 from three is no small doings. That's 50% or 49.9. That's pretty good for a post player. She's not a guard.
That's a really good point. I'm a 48% three shooter because of the video that I did for you guys way back when that you still don't believe that I did.
I believe Bailey Barnhard can do a Rubik's Cube in 1 minute, a whole lot more than I believe you can shoot 3-pointers at 48%. So we'll see how that goes. All right, we'll take a break. We come back. Big Five time.
Yes, Big Five.
And Tony should be coming around sooner rather than later.
Mountain.
So we'll catch up with him and more Gwynn and Chris ahead.
Ben and Wood.
Barnhard, good work on the interview there. 3:35 is the time. Chris Ello, Matt Scraby, Bill Howe Studios, where we know how. Bailey joined us on the SDCCU fan hotline. Not big bank banking. It's better.
It's better.
Way better. Way better. When's the last time you walked into a bank? Curious.
I don't know why I had this feeling that you were going to ask.
Really?
The last time I did was
like into the,
3 weeks ago.
Really?
Yes.
That beats most people, I would say.
Well, here's the reason. My grandpa left me a bunch of coins that he collected his entire life.
Okay.
And so I've been rolling these coins for like 3 years now. And every once in a while I'll go and turn them in. So that's what I did. I went to the bank and turned them in for cash.
Wow.
Yeah. I was a banker one day, Chris.
I know you were. I know you worked in a bank. I'm trying to think of the last time I went in the bank, and I believe it was when I bought my car. I had to get a bunch of cashier's check or something.
Oh, yeah. Well, so that was like 3 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago. No reason. I'm curious with other people. Who goes into the bank anymore?
When I worked at the bank, it wasn't quite online banking days. Like it was there, but it wasn't as prominent. So
yeah,
we had to like help customers all the time. I never see anyone in the bank.
So I mean,
ever, except for guys like me.
Guys like you.
Yes.
All right. We'll get to the big five here. We're waiting on some traffic, and Tony Gwynn Jr. should be soon joining us. Also, remember the return of the Fantabulous Game Show. Sports Game Show is coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. But first, let's help you get home.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurickson. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Creative Repipe. Well, some of our southbound freeways are having problems this afternoon, especially southbound 15 before Friars Road. Got a crash involving a big rig blocking the 3 right lanes, including the Friars Road off-ramp. In fact, looks like there may be a crash right before that in the backup in the center divide. So avoid that southbound 15 heading into Mission Valley. Now, southbound 163 just past Kearney-Villa Road. We have reports of a collision involving a couple vehicles, car and a box truck. They are over to the left shoulder. South 85 just put an accident in the South Bay near Bonito. You might see just a little residual slowing there. Don't wait until that water leak in your home becomes a flood. Call Creative Repipe for whole house repipes. Get a 20% discount plus a lifetime warranty. Free estimates with financing available. Visit creativerepipe.com. That's creativerepipe.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
Kayla's on the chat says that she went into the bank last month to deposit some cash she got for Christmas.
You can do that at the ATM.
Yeah, the ATMs are awesome now. You can put in any cash you want. It just counts it up. It's not how it went when I was a banker, Chris.
I remember, yeah. You remember when you used to, well, I did, because when I did the basketball refereeing, we now get paid online. But back in the day, you used to get a separate check from each school.
Yeah.
So I would take.
Gosh.
You remember that? But
no, I mean, that's crazy, though.
I know
Each
it was.
school?
I know, every school. So you'd get like 12, 15 checks, but you can go to the bank and just put it in the ATM, all 15 at once. And somehow that calculates it and spits out how much money you got.
Kayla also says
It's
she's
really
scared
awesome.
of the ATM eating any money and not crediting her account. But here, I'll tell you this. When you balance the ATM, you realize that you're over like $80, and then one person comes in and be like, I didn't get credit for $80.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I think that's a long shot.
It is
I
a
think
long
you're
shot.
pretty safe on the.
It is a long shot
on that. Tyler Glass. Now Dodgers gave up 3 runs in 2 innings today. Dodgers beat Mexico 7-5. I bring that up because that was a great performance compared to the one that Rory Sasaki turned in Roki the other day. What did he give up, like 5 runs and a grand slam and didn't get anybody out?
It was a bad outing for him.
Man.
But I don't think it means anything.
It means something to me.
Well, we did bring it up because you said it to our group text, and we did bring it up as a way of being happy yesterday.
A little moment of happiness, yeah.
All right, let's get into
Number
it.
5.
And with Team USA's baseball set to start their World Baseball Classic aspirations, the hype is real for Team USA fans.
All right.
Some have even compared this group to what the Dream Team was in '92.
No.
So, they still have to go out and they still have to win the tournament and all that stuff. Is this Team USA the baseball equivalent of the Dream Team?
No.
And I'm gonna. And,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say.
We can go too soon.
We can go player for player, and I think this Team USA team has equally the superstar power that Dream Team did. Aaron Judge.
Here's the Dream Team roster.
Okay.
Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Chris Mullin was the worst player on the team. They're all in the Hall of Fame easily. Here's the other big difference, I would say. The Dream Team won every game by 50 points.
Okay, that's a fair
much
point.
of a Dream Team as this World Baseball Classic roster might be for the U.S., I think the Dominican Republic's roster rates pretty close to it. You start comparing position by position. I mean, you've got Vlad on the DR. You've got Soto. You've got Manny. You got Fernando. You got what is the kid from Tampa Bay who hit 45 home runs? Yeah, I mean the DR is pretty stacked as well, Scrabe. So that's why I can't give Dream Team status. It's a great roster, but they're not going to do what the Dream Team did. There's no way.
Okay. You sold me on this.
All right.
Because originally I was going to say, yes, it's the baseball equivalent of the Dream Team. Because you got guys like Aaron Judge, Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal, Bobby Witt Jr., Bryce Harper, Cal Raleigh, Kyle Schwarber.
It's good.
You got guys up and down the lineup, and somehow Paul Goldschmidt made the team, but that's besides the point.
You know who else was on the U.S. Dream Team that I did not name was Christian Leitner.
I remember him.
The one college player they put on there, and he just carried water at the end of the bench.
I was going to say, how much did he participate?
I don't think not too much. Who are you going to take out, you know? Hey, Barkley, sit down. We're going to put Leitner in. No, not going to do that.
All right, you successfully swayed me.
Number 4.
Major League Baseball announced yesterday that the Spring Breakout Series is going to be played as a tournament in 2027 and 2028. It's going to be a single elimination style with 2 champions crowned, one in the Grapefruit League and one in the Cactus League.
Wait, what's happening here?
The Spring Breakout, so all of the up-and-coming minor league players, they have it every year, but they're making it into a tournament like the World Baseball Classic now.
Okay.
And they're going to start it next year so they don't conflict with this year's World Baseball Classic. I'm up first. Will this help draw fans to learn about new players? Pre 97.3 The Fan, Matt Scraby? No. Post 97.3 The Fan, Matt Scraby, I'm into these tournament things. I've become more and more into them as we go along. I like Team USA stuff. But I guess this isn't really Team USA. It's just Major League Baseball.
It's showcase.
Either way, I do think this might help a little bit, but they're burying them on MLB Network, so no one will ever see them.
I tune in to see Connor Griffin, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Those type of players. I get it.
Yeah.
The only thing that bothers me about these showcase tournaments, they'll have, 30 players, right? 15 on each roster, maybe 40, whatever. And all 40 of those guys are going to go into the draft and into the collection of new players. The funny thing is those players that are in these showcases have as much chance of being good as some of the ones that aren't in it. Like they get so much hype.
Yeah.
And
they do.
They still got to do the job. And there's a lot of guys that don't get into those showcases that turn out to be way better players. So it's interesting. But I also think nowadays with the coverage online that you can get on young players.
True.
Even I'm almost an expert now on farm system players because there's so much research you can go out and do. You can find out the top 10 prospects for every team just like that.
And then you got local organizations like Mad Friars here in San Diego that do do all of the minor
It used to be
stuff.
if they had a showcase like this, you'd really want to kind of see it to just find out who these players are.
Yeah.
Now you already know who they are. So it's okay. Let me ask you this on a piggyback.
Yes.
Could you ever see, maybe I'll ask Tony this, could you ever see Major League Baseball to try to keep things interesting in the month of May or something like that, doing an NBA style in-season tournament.
Oh gosh.
I know you hate the NBA.
I hate the in-season tournament.
I know you do.
Much.
I know you do, but it's the way of the rest of the world, you know. All soccer leagues do it.
Where are they going to play 162 games, Chris?
I don't know how they would have ever done it in the NBA, but they do. And I'll tell you who's thinking of doing it next is the NHL to try and keep their league a little more relevant.
Both of those leagues have multiple days off in between games at sometimes.
Okay.
Like baseball, you're playing sometimes 28 days in a row.
We'll see.
We will see, and I wouldn't be surprised if they floated
I think it's a long shot, but
I wouldn't be surprised if they floated that.
It's a long shot, but you never can tell.
Because Tarek Skubal said if this tournament was in the middle of the season, the WBC, then he would pitch more than 55 pitches because that's his limit for the WBC.
Interesting.
Number 3.
The Athletic asked a question in its annual Major League Baseball fan survey, specifically, which potential expansion cities would you most like to see get a new franchise? The publication limited the choices to 6 cities, but Austin, Nashville, Orlando, Portland, Raleigh, and Salt Lake City are the cities that they listed. Survey respondents said Nashville, 73%. Then you had number 2 was Portland, and then you had Salt Lake City. So, Chris, what city would you want a new team in out of those cities? Austin, Nashville, Orlando, Portland, Raleigh, Salt Lake City.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a reason to give an answer of any of the cities, but I can't think of one. Like, I hate to give you the old I don't care because I know you worked hard on these questions.
Well, this one I just copy and pasted. So
okay.
don't
you go to
bad.
Portland, great. It's going to rain. Go to Nashville, it's going to be humid. It doesn't matter a lot to me.
I've never even been to Raleigh, nor want to go to Raleigh.
Yeah, Raleigh's. I landed there once. I don't have none of these cities strikes me as being one I care a whole lot about.
Hey, I got one.
What?
Oakland.
No, enough of Oakland. Oakland, you've blown all your chances.
I don't like Orlando. I don't care about Austin.
Florida baseball has not been too successful other than
That's a great
the Marlins
point.
and the Rays are pretty decent on the field, but they're the 2 worst franchises when it comes to fan bases, aren't they?
And why is Salt Lake City all of a sudden this place where everybody wants to go to start a franchise? I don't get it. Like, I've been to Salt Lake. It's a nice city, but it doesn't scream baseball to me at all. At all, Chris.
If I got to do a top 3, Salt Lake City would not be in it either.
I know why.
Number 2.
Don't go there. I was trying to I don't want to upset people.
Okay.
But I don't care for Salt Lake City too much.
There's got to be other cities.
Portland. I'll go Portland.
I'd rather see a team in, well, never mind. I was going to say Las Vegas, but duh. The A's are going to Las Vegas.
There will be one.
What a dummy I am sometimes.
Yeah, you are.
A New York lawmaker, assembly member Tony Simone, is proposing a bill to allow, quote, sip and stroll outdoor drinking zones in New York City and other municipalities during the World Cup this summer.
Oh, so you can drink while you're walking around.
While you're walking down the street.
No, any law that allows people to drink more is fine by me. That's what I live for. Just let people get drunk and act the fool.
This would let businesses with liquor license sell drinks or consumption on the street within designated areas. The tournament starting in 3 months, the plan faces a major time crunch. They don't know if they're going to get this through in time for the Governor Hochul, I think, is able to approve this and everything. So it doesn't seem likely, but they're trying to do it. Chris already answered, so I'll answer. Any problems with this? I'm going to surprise you. No, I don't have any problems with this because it happens in Vegas and I've never seen, I'm sure there's stuff
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Well, I'm sure
I've
there's
heard
stuff that
before.
happens in Vegas that.
So this is only going to be in Las Vegas.
No, this is only in New York City.
Oh.
And it's only for 2 months, from June 1st to July 31st. And the reason I say I'm okay with this is because just because I have a problem with alcohol doesn't mean other people don't have a problem.
Yeah, but there's too many people that do. And there's too many people that are just morons. And we can't, look. Can I just say in general, this does not apply to all of you soccer fans out there.
Uh-oh.
But in general, soccer fans are just absolutely off the chain when it comes to their teams and supporting their countries. They don't even need alcohol to act idiotic.
This is true.
If you're going to let them walk around the streets of New York, and they're going to knock the Statue of Liberty over if they can. I mean, no. Don't give these people any more ammunition to act like idiots, because soccer fans already kind of have the market cornered on that. Sorry to all of you good soccer fans out there.
Gonzo says as long as they use the tax money for potholes. You know they won't, Gonzo. They never do. They never do.
Don't start me on
Don't
potholes.
worry though, Chris. This is not going to happen because it's too close in time frame.
Number 1.
All right. I'm going to go to our video right now. And Chris, I have to put up this picture.
Okay.
And this picture is something that I saw online. Now, it's very hard to read, but I just wanted to show the spreadsheet, the color coding, the level of...
Some sort of gambling sheet,
No,
it looks like.
It's not. So here's the story.
Well, I'm trying to describe it, though, for people that are driving in their cars right now.
It's a Google sheet with about 30 rows.
It looks like it's some sort of gambling sheet, and you're going to tell me it's not?
It's not, because it actually, and this woman who I saw this earlier, she said she didn't know this, but she found out that her husband charts all of her dinners and then puts scores next to them and then says if they're getting better, they're trending, and he has like 3 green up arrows and stuff. And so it's like, here's some of the dinners: spaghetti and meatballs, 7.7 rating, chicken stir fry, 6.3 rating, and it has 2 red arrows down, which means it's
getting
good.
worse from the last time.
It's getting worse. But there's like 30 of these, and he writes every one of them down, gives them a score, and tracks it. And she said, I'm kind of offended by this, but I'm also sort of impressed by this because he's taking it very seriously, and he doesn't take this stuff seriously. So the question, Chris, is the husband wrong for doing this?
Is she married to a husband who's living in some sort of mental spot somewhere? This guy seems like an absolute wacko.
I saw this. I knew it was perfect.
Like you eat your spaghetti and meatballs, and then what do? Retreat to your man cave and give it all the ratings and come out with a 7.7 score?
I had to blow it up, but...
Oh, my goodness. Here, let me see it. Can you get it up there?
Well, I can't blow it up on the screen, so I had to blow up here, but he's got roast chicken potatoes, burgers, and oven fries.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm just going to say the guy's a wacko.
Selection.
I was going to say he's a wacko, but the wife's cooking up some good stuff. Hey, that's not bad. I like that.
January 23rd was roast chicken and potatoes with 2 green arrows. So that's means
going
it's
up.
getting better.
Going up on the potatoes. This is craziness, but it doesn't shock me because, as you like to point out, I take little mini football helmets and line them up each Sunday as opposed to who they're playing against. And I'm sure people look at that and think I belong in some sort of institution. So
this is a lot of work over
That's
here.
a lot of work, though. Yeah, everybody's got their crazy things, but this is out there.
This is out there for sure. Gonzo said if he has one for dinners, he has others too. He probably does.
Yes, he's probably a little
rating
just
everything.
Psycho crazy on whatever the ratings world is. Yeah. Get a haircut. That's an 8.3. And by the way, what the hell makes a 7.7? You know,
I don't know.
I don't know either. It seems like such a weird ranking.
It is a very weird
ranking. Are you sure this guy's name is not Cynthia Freeland and she's giving the old I believe that Patrick Mahomes will score 19.674 points in fantasy this weekend. Cynthia, there is no such scoring system. Stop it.
See, Cynthia needs to find this guy because they are made for each other.
That would be a good connection there.
All right. That's
when are you getting Cynthia on the show?
Never.
Never
when you're here.
No, she would be. I would have to really be two-faced to interview her. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome to the show. Love your work. Yeah, that wouldn't go well. Sorry. I always pick on her. That's okay. Many people pick on me. 4:00, Chris versus the fans. And
Tony's back.
Tony returns. Fantabulous Sports Game Show's not too far off. Don't go anywhere. It's numero uno in sports. That's thanks to all of you out there. We appreciate you. And we head into the 4 o'clock hour. Chris Ello, Matt Scraby together. Bill Howe Studios. We Know How, also known as the Odyssey Palace. Tony Gwynn Jr. has arrived at the Peoria Palace after today's Padre 2-2 tie with Great Britain. Anthony, welcome. Good to be chatting with you again, sir.
What's up, gentlemen? How are you?
Well, we're good, and I don't know that you were reading the exchange earlier between Scraby and I, but Fantabulous Sports Game Show is returning today, and I know that's something you always look forward to.
Oh, indeed.
Putting a beating on Scraby here at the bottom of the hour.
What happened in the last game? I know. Did I collapse?
You blew it somehow.
Yeah, you did collapse.
I don't remember the topic.
I don't either. It's been a while since we played, but we will have
losing NCAA basketball teams?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think you won the first 2 though.
I won
I think
2
it's
this
back
year.
to 2. Tony's won the last 2.
Okay.
Speaking of 2-2, that was the score today, Tony. Always good to see a baseball game end in a tie. First of all, what is Jazz Chisholm doing on the Great Britain roster? That kind of caught my eye. I didn't know he's from the Bahamas, I guess, huh?
Right. If I'm not mistaken, that was considered a part of Great Britain until like the 90s, maybe.
So good enough for government work, and they just put Jazz on the team. But he had a home run today. Let's talk about Musgrove first, and then Randy Vasquez second. Tony, just a quick thought on those guys today.
Joe was as expected, and I think first inning he was kind of trying to get the feel. Second inning, he was much sharper. You started to see the shapes, and the velocity was up as well. It was his first start back. We'll see if that's something that maintains. I mean, he was up with 94, 95 most of the start.
Yeah.
And the thing was, he gave up a run, but I think it was very typical, Joe. When we've seen him healthy on nights he doesn't have his best stuff, he kind of he figures it out, and you can see him kind of working through some things out there. Basket was perfecto. He really was super impressive. I mean, he is attacking the zone, getting a little more swing and miss than I'm used to seeing from him, and his velocity is up 97 a few times. So he's been the best of all the starters in the time that he's had out there, for sure.
Yeah, Scraby and I were saying that he's taken all the drama out of the race for the 4 spot. He's just like locking it up.
He has to this point, it just seems like.
All right. One last thing that Scraby and I both wanted to know before we get into Chris versus the fans. How did the Tony Gwynn scorecard look by the end of the game today? The Padres played a bunch of guys I've never heard of and then replaced them with guys I've really never heard of today. So you and Dave had to be hard at work trying to keep the score sheet straight.
That's what it looked like a little bit, just to kind of show you. You got a lot going on.
Wait a second, let me see.
But the difference.
Let me see, Tony. I missed it. I want to see it here.
It's just a lot of writing.
a lot of X's.
It looks pretty good though, Tony.
Pretty neat. Yeah, very neat. But neat considering who all played today. There was a lot of guys
that's the thing is, at least we kind of get a heads up of what the changes are going to be for
the
Padres.
Yeah, that helps.
We don't know when they're coming, but we do know that they are coming and who they're coming in for. Now, on the flip side, it gets a little more difficult on the visiting side when you don't know.
Yeah.
And you're having to kind of search the roster to find out what number, whose name, because some of these guys, aren't in the big leagues. But the good thing about today was Great Britain didn't have that many guys. So a lot of dudes played 9.
Good for them. Tonight, the World Baseball Classic actually gets started 7 p.m. if you're really interested. Taipei plays Australia.
Okay.
So the tournament is just about ready to get going. USA plays, I think, tomorrow. When is it? Friday, Scrabe?
Yes, Friday at 5 p.m. our time.
Okay. All right, let's do
They
Chris.
play Brazil.
Brazil's got a team? Do they have a bunch of guys with one name on the Brazil
I have no
baseball
like,
team?
like Neymar,
like Neymar, and those guys.
They are actually the lowest ranked team in the power rankings for World Baseball Classic, which Tony was not a fan of the power rankings of the WBC.
They did power rankings?
Yes.
Exactly, Chris. Exactly.
Yes.
Do we have to do a power ranking for everything now?
Yes, because idiots like me are going to click.
Yeah,
apparently so.
You're right, Scrape. They do. I mean, power rankings in like the NFL are so silly. Like it all gets decided at the end of the season anyway. It doesn't matter.
Chris, the power rankings for a WBC is the silliest thing ever. They literally haven't played a game in 3 years. So how do you know who is what?
You don't know any of the players on any of the teams. No, good point.
I heard that Nicaraguan squad was pretty good this year.
They would be if they can find a way to resurrect Roberto Clemente. Otherwise, it's probably not going to work for them. Let's go to Chris versus the fans. 833-288-0973 if you want some trivia.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, today you are going to be playing for a qualification for a pair of tickets to Field of Dreams Festival at Petco Park on June 13th, featuring Slightly Stupid, Sublime, and more. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Is Slightly Stupid a group or a guy?
It's a group.
Or a gal?
It's a group.
It's a group.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good.
I think as a group, it's an okay name. I was just saying if it's one performer, calling yourself Slightly Stupid would be...
It's hilarious, actually.
You'd like that.
Yeah, I'm always in on that stuff, Chris. All right, the rules. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you'll get that question for free today. We've had some good runs on first-time players lately.
Okay.
So. All right. Let's get into it. We'll go to...
Have you been back to screening the calls like super heavy again? Is that how you got that?
Yep. That's right.
Well,
That's right, baby.
all of the regular callers now hate him. So
that's not
I'm
true.
sure.
That's not true. John Temecula called and said he's cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
I would. If I was a regular caller, I'd definitely hate you.
You know what? Because my DMs have been much better lately about this whole Chris versus the fans topic, I'm going to be okay with it. All right, let's go to Daniel. Hello, Daniel.
Hello.
Hey, Daniel.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Are you there, Daniel?
He's there. I heard him. Well, he's kind of quiet.
Are you there?
Though. Yeah, are you there, Daniel?
Is your name Daniel?
My name is Daniel.
Okay, Daniel, you
There
are
he
on
is.
the air,
He's
and
ready.
Are you ready to play, sir?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Really easy question. Who won the Super Bowl this year? Seahawks is correct.
Kind of got the feet wet there. a little
Yeah,
bit.
I may
Okay.
I may have already asked that, but who cares? Here we go.
Number 2, who lost the Super Bowl? Number 3, what was the score? I'll tell you what. If number 3 was what was the score, that would actually be a tough question. But go ahead.
I got it right the other day.
You did.
randomly.
You nailed it.
All right, Daniel. Question number 2. Who is currently the highest paid NBA player? And I'm just talking about a salary for one season.
Okay.
This is a hard one.
Wait, say it one more time. Did anybody hear it?
I'm
sorry.
having trouble hearing you, Daniel.
Your phone
you don't
is
have a great
very
connection.
quiet, and I got you all the way up on the board.
Yeah, give it one more shot, Daniel.
Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
I heard that. I heard that too.
Stay there.
Is it LeBron? I don't really know.
Is that your guess?
Not yet.
Not yet, he said.
I'll go with LeBron. I don't know.
Wow, not even close,
No?
Chris.
Who is that?
It's Steph Curry.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Okay, I wouldn't have got that. Would
Joel
not have-
Embiid, I believe, is number 2.
How much does Steph make a year?
How much does Steph make?
$59 million a year.
How much? 59. Where's
Yeah.
LeBron at?
Oh, he's
Taking a
I
discount.
think he's like I think he's at 40 something,
Okay.
47,
All right.
46.
I thought LeBron was kind of grandfathered into that spot.
No, he's had his contract forever, so that's why it's
All right.
lower.
Good for you, Daniel. You're on to the final question. Good
Yes,
luck. Here we
Here
go.
we go. Question number 3.
By the way, you had the buzzer out before I even finished saying the
Oh,
word
I
LeBron.
couldn't wait. I couldn't wait.
God.
Who is the only Aztecs men's basketball player to start every game so far this season?
Start every game this
Yes.
season. Aztec men's basketball player.
Correct.
I have not been following that closely.
You could say pass if you would like
You
to.
can
as
also
well.
pass if you
No,
do-
pass.
don't want to
Okay, pass.
help me on the thing.
Stay there.
By
though.
the way, Tony, I don't know if you heard the comments of Reese Waters today that Boise State just played harder than them last night. That is not what I was hoping to hear after that performance. All right, what am I doing? Game started.
Yes.
I think Bird missed
No,
one.
that game started.
Yeah, no, it started every game this season.
The only player to start
Yeah.
every game.
Yes.
Okay,
I need an answer.
Miles Heide.
Wow. Not what I guessed. Not what I thought you were going to say.
Who is it?
Miles Bird.
It is.
29 games started for Miles Bird this year.
Miles
Congratulations,
missed a game.
Daniel.
All right,
Stay
Daniel, you
there.
got it. You won. And
Nice
your
job.
effort there. We couldn't hear you too well, but hopefully you hear us.
Perfect timing.
You
too.
won.
It was perfect timing.
It was.
Because we can go to break on time. Well, look at that.
Yeah.
Shocking, but true. Traffic, and then more Gwynn and Chris. the time. Gives you guys about 10 minutes, the two of you, to prepare for the return of the Fantabulous Sports Game Show coming up at the bottom of the hour. Gwynn and Chris on 97.3 The Fan from the Bill House Studios, where we know how. Biggest fan will be announced at 5:30, just after 5:30 today. Quick baseball note, not great news for the Reds. Hunter Green, MRI on a stiff right elbow. The only reason I say that's worrisome is because Green has had quite a few injury issues already in his young career. But when he's pitched, been pretty good, especially last year, 7-4 with a 2.76. Was on the IL, though, twice last year. I didn't get a chance to hear your thoughts, Tony, on Profar. We talked about it, Scraby and I, earlier. I know you did yesterday, but just knowing Jurickson, it's just it's a hard pill for, I think, us and Padre fans to swallow, even though he's now a Brave. Because we like Jurickson so much, and I just hate that this happened to him or that he did it to himself. You got to say that way because he has to be responsible.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts on Jurickson is that, as I said to Scraby yesterday, if everything holds up, he's got to serve 162 games. You know, he got that's the consequences of getting caught. Or, you know, allegedly with what it is, you know, it sounds like he's, and I can say that because it's an appealing process, but everything points to that he's going to be serving a full season suspension, and we'll have to go from there. There's nothing else really to it at that point.
Yeah, it's a shame. Braves manager Walt Weiss talked some about it today. Mostly dancing around the question, but I mean, trying to sound like he still kind of supports Profar, but at the same time, understanding that, you know, the rules are the rules. And Walt Weiss chose mostly to talk about the fact that somebody's going to have to step up in Jurickson's absence. One football note, Stephon Diggs, hope you enjoyed your time with the Patriots because it is coming to a close. Patriots are not going to be picking up his contract, or what do they release him at the start of the year? They call it the league year.
The new league year.
Yeah, whatever. The NFL is so self-important.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, the NFL is so self-important now. They just got to change the calendar now.
Doesn't everybody
the new
have
year
this?
starts on March 12th or
Don't
something.
all sports have this weird year?
I don't know. Whatever. NFL.
This is a
Crazy.
very strange thing for you to be upset about.
I'm not really upset. I just
Okay.
it's just another example of the NFL, you know, like they're more powerful than the actual world calendar that we all abide by.
Well, businesses don't run, they run the fiscal, or there's another 12-month period. Oh yeah, federal fiscal year from October 1st to September 30th. So there are two types of years, Chris. We just go by one in public.
You said
Society.
that you said yesterday that you thought Dolphins should go jumping all in on trying to get Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Tony, your thoughts on Kyler Murray? Obviously, Tua is going to be released. We know that. Kyler Murray, now we know he's going to be released.
I think it's a good fit.
Wouldn't it be?
Wait, who's the coach there now? I can't remember.
I don't know. He's a Green Bay Packer guy.
Yeah.
I really don't
can't
remember his name. I mean,
all right, so
Mr. No Name.
Did we know what side of the ball
Jeff
he came in
Hafley.
from?
Oh, that's right. He was a
Offensive
defensive guy, I
Yes.
believe. Yeah.
defensive guy. Yeah, I don't know. I was going for like maybe he's like a Matt LaFleur disciple, and who I didn't believe in at first, but has kind of made me a believer in him a little bit now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's you hope for, but yeah, I like Kyler Murray there, dude. I think it does seem like it, for whatever reason, I could see him in a Dolphins uniform.
Me too.
I said at the very beginning that the Dolphins should just send Tua to the Cardinals, and the Cardinals should send, Murray to the Dolphins. See if they can't figure it out. I think the Dolphins would get way the better of that deal. Frank Smith.
Do the Cardinals want Tua?
No, I don't think so. Anyway, I think Bobby Slowick is the new Dolphins offensive coordinator, and he doesn't have great credentials.
What's his credentials?
Well, let's see. Let's see if the story will pop up here. Slowick was the Dolphins passing game coordinator last year. That's not exactly great.
No.
He's the Texans offensive coordinator before that.
But last year he was the senior passing game
Thank you.
coordinator.
That's a big step up.
Don't you take that senior away from him.
No, I won't. 2 years before that, he was the Texans. They got rid of him.
Oh, gosh.
They got rid of him because C.J. Stroud regressed under him.
Well, he was 5 years with the 49ers. Before that,
5 bad years that the 49ers had probably when he was there.
those are somewhat of the Jimmy G years. So,
as you said most accurately on the Dolphins, taking a run at Kyler Murray, it's got to be better than Quinn Ewers. Like, really?
Yeah.
So,
come on.
We'll see. The one thing I will say about the Dolphins, though, they seem more committed this time around with this newer regime to building more of a base, trying to build from the inside out rather than the old regime, which would jump at Kyler Murray in a second and then not have anybody to block for him. So,
yeah, that's true.
I see, I've heard a lot of good things in the Dolphins just saying, you know what, we may just take a year and take our lumps, but we're going to try to build a little more structure.
Now, Kyler's able to choose whatever team he wants, right?
I don't know how that
if he's released.
If he is released, which they have to do next year, with Chris is upset about because it's a new fiscal year or whatever.
Well, if you say next year, that would mean 2027.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be released
in the
next
NFL
year.
world. It's March 13th. Stupid.
If he gets to choose wherever he's going, why wouldn't you want to go to Minnesota with Justin Jefferson?
I would. I'm not saying. Sure,
I would too.
There's better locations for him. So,
and I would think Justin Jefferson would be very excited to get Kyler Murray in the offense.
I don't necessarily know that. Listen, Justin Jefferson was somebody who could get him the ball.
He just wants the
I think he'd be the first to tell you how much he miss my guy in Seattle right now.
Sam Darnold.
I think he did say
he did.
Kind of made things a little awkward there for a second. But.
Well, things got so bad last year. I think he was rooting for Kirk Cousins to come back in Minnesota. It was really bad. So
he probably was.
Where's Kirk Cousins when I need him? Who was quarterbacking the Vikings there after J.J. McCarthy went down? It was not a
Carson Wentz, and then there was that one guy who threw an interception as he was falling down. It was a pick six by the
third string. It was a tough
Max Brower or something.
As bad as it was, Kevin O'Connell deserves a lot of credit. They still finished 9-8.
That is crazy.
They came back at the end. Kevin McConnell he's done a really good job as a coach. Kevin O'Connell. What I call McConnell?
McConnell.
You're going to get this age one day, Scraby, and names are going to flow out of your mouth, and you're not going to know what you're saying anymore.
Kevin McConnell is going to really like Kyler Murray.
Jeez. How do I not know that
Kevin McConnell? Oh, wow.
That was kind of funny.
Okay.
I'm just trying to stall.
Let's get the break on time.
You know what's good, Tony, is that we've had a lot of name screw-ups lately, and neither of them have been yours. So that's good for you.
Be me.
You're on a roll.
Yeah. All
right. We'll try a fantabulous sports game show. See if I can't straighten things out after traffic on Gwynn and Chris.
Tony, you care to, Tony, I don't know where Tony went.
Because Tony,
I see the corner of his room.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be back shortly. Harbaugh.
I'm not sure where he went. I might text him to see if he's okay here in a second.
Hope he didn't. Yeah.
Did you think he fell in the shower?
I hope he didn't meet with foul play.
You think he met with foul play in our commercial break?
I don't know.
I mean, he is in New York City. So.
He's in New York City. It could be, you never know.
All right, we'll just go forward.
We're just going to go forward without Tony. I'm sure he'll rejoin us when he gets a moment.
Everybody stare at that box in the top right corner because it's just the corner of his room.
I'm going to look now. I'm kind of intrigued.
Oh, someone says maybe he's in the bathroom. I don't know.
He's been known to go there. As have all of us, frankly, but him more than most.
Over under, Tony just forgot that he was doing the show.
That's not nice. Yeah, so maybe that's what they're thinking.
You know what just hit me, Chris?
No.
What if Tony went out to get like ice or something and he forgot his room key?
That is something
Very
that
well
he
possible.
is more than capable of doing.
Because he would never be gone this late, this long, with knowing that he was on the show.
No kidding, man. We took a commercial break like 5 minutes ago, and he has not returned.
I'm going to text him.
Like, are you out in the hall trying to get into your room
Say,
right now?
Everything okay?
Oh, no. This
Question
is
mark.
scaring me. No. Did you hear back from Tony yet?
No, I'm thinking
something.
I'm thinking he locked himself out. He doesn't have his phone because it's in the room, so he's down at the front desk or something. I
don't know. I'm sure there's a story in here somewhere.
There's definitely
when we get him
got to
back on
be
the
a
air.
story. Anyway. I was very concerned about Tony, and I took him off the screen because he's not back. I guarantee you he got locked out of his room.
I don't think you're wrong, because that makes sense. But how far away is the lobby? Of course, the New York hotel, it could be one of those ones where you got to wait a while to get up to the...
And he's just sitting in line. I don't know why I find this so funny, but it is.
Well, it's funny
to me.
it's funny if he comes back with a funny story.
Yeah, like
it's
I locked
not
myself
funny.
out.
It's not funny if he fell and hit his head somewhere
Well,
and we don't know where he is.
Of course,
That's not funny.
Of course, that's not funny.
He's obviously not with his phone because he hasn't gotten back to us.
Has Tony locked himself out before? Not during the show, but I'm sure he has at one point in his life.
Of all people, Tony would certainly seem to be one who would do it.
Oh, August also says, Clinton said, got to use the key card for the elevator too. So maybe he's just stuck.
Can't even get down? No, you don't need the key card to go down.
Okay.
You only need those to go up. You should be able to get down to the lobby to say, hey, I locked myself out in New York City. But if we do, can you go to the Padre Hotel and knock on Tony's door? We don't know where he is still.
No.
Still hasn't come back.
And I turned on
It's
his...
been 20 minutes now.
I know. Now I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah. Where'd he go?
What
happened?
I don't know. I
We
would
don't
call
know-
the front desk of the hotel, but I have no idea where they're staying.
I don't know where they're staying either. And when you sent him a text and said, is everything all right? We have not heard back from him. He is still not back in his room.
I bet you he is standing in line in the lobby as we speak.
Trying to get his key back. Or a
Someone
key.
said text Jesse or Dave, and
It's really not a bad idea. Maybe at the next break, though.
Yes.
If we get to the next break, we got to text those guys so that they can go make sure he's okay. Because I don't know where he is. It's crazy.
Dave Marcus is probably the one to text.
We'll text Dave.
Because he's, Jesse could be doing anything, but Dave's always there ready to go.
You're trying to say Dave has a ho-hum life and he'd just be sitting around waiting for a text, whereas Jesse might be busy. Is that what you're...
Dave's been doing this job for like 30 years. I don't
see.
think the what is the word I'm looking for? Never mind.
All right. Well, there's certainly an explanation, but we don't have it yet.
Text Scan. I don't know Scan well enough to text him.
We're going to text Dave if this gets to the top of the hour, and we still don't have a Tony Gwynn Jr. sighting. All right, do we just go to traffic like it's normal behavior time? I mean, it just seems
we got
weird.
to. We got to move on with the show.
Show must go on?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we're going to do the good, the bad, and the really, really weird and ugly next here after traffic. All right, it's with less enthusiasm than usual that we embark on the good, the bad, and the ugly for week 2, Scrape.
I'm going to try not to worry too much.
I'm going to try not to worry also. I'm not necessarily the worrying type.
I'm not either.
But, I'm intrigued now at this point. Like it's with this long pass to Devontae Smith.
He's back!
Helped put him there.
Hold on, he's back, everybody!
Stop everything.
I literally, we went to commercial break. I laid on the bed, and then I just fell asleep.
He's back! I never even considered it! I never even...
Of how important the Fantabulous Sports Game Show is to people out there until our boss, Adam Klug, said that his young son was upset that we hadn't had a couple of Fantabulous Sports Game Shows, that he looked forward to yelling out answers from the back seat on the way home from school.
Yeah.
So, I thought we missed it for a couple of weeks here because Tony's been, down in Peoria and I've been running around. So, normally it was a Tuesday thing, but let's. All right, I'm going to sit Kevin McConnell on you in a minute.
That's got to be clips.
Oh, man.
That's definitely got to be clips.
No more clips.
It was shades of this name and logo.
I swear to God, I'm just here for your guys' entertainment. Now,
what do you think I'm here for every day? I'm your punching bag.
Same. All right, let's just get to traffic and the Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
Traffic isn't ready, so we got to sit in this for a little.
We're not sitting in this. Put the music on. Let's go.
No, I will say.
We got to sit in this a little bit.
I will say this about Adam's son being excited or being sad that the game wasn't there. Like when I was a kid, I used to listen to radio with my parents on the way home, and that's why I'm in radio today. That is pretty cool to me that there are kids out there that are like, hey, we didn't hear Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show today, and what's the matter? I need it.
It's not been a good day.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
All right. Traffic's now ready, Chris. You're free to go.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurickson. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Rivermark Medical. Plenty of hot spots on our roads this afternoon, guys, but southbound 15 definitely wins the prize. At Friars Road, overturned big rig and fuel spill blocking the 3 right lanes. Friars Road exit also blocked. In fact, we are getting reports of another crash in the backup of that. This is South 15 at the 163. Car and motorcycle involved in that one. No details as to whether that is blocking any lanes. Definitely want to take a different freeway than that South 15, let me tell you. Southbound side of the 805, an accident right around Nobel. It's over to the right shoulder. There was a crash on southbound side of the 163 just past Kearneyville Road. Looks like that may be cleared. And southbound 5 near Nobel. There is a collision over to the right shoulder. Northbound side of the 5 before Mile of Cars Way. An accident involving a couple vehicles there over to the right shoulder. And now on the Coronado Bridge heading off the island just past the old toll plaza. Crash involving a car and a motorcycle. It's over to the right shoulder. Clearing an accident on southbound 67 at Scripps Poway Parkway. Looks like that may still be blocking a lane. Rivermark Medical is conducting a rapid 3 study for flow stent, a minimally invasive device designed to relieve symptoms from BPH. Men 45 or older suffering from frequent, painful, or difficulty urinating may qualify. Learn more at rivermarkmedical.com. That's rivermarkmedical.com. And Kelly Danick with Gwynn Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, all you beautiful people out there, it's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right.
We like to call it
I'm going to go.
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
It starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, get ready to yell answers out from the back seat or the front seat or wherever you are playing along with Tony
The bed
Gwynn
of the
Jr.
truck.
Nobody sits in the bed of the truck anymore.
That was the best part about being a kid.
I liked it.
Jumping in the bed of the truck.
Yeah, don't like that they changed that rule. Not worried about.
Probably safer though.
So what?
Okay.
Everything worried about safety all the time.
Yes.
Survival of the fittest, I say.
He said, so what?
Yeah.
What?
Look, if you're not hanging on, you bounce out the back of the truck.
You're all good.
Sorry, we
You're all
lose one along the way.
We lose one.
I'm so bad. All right, it'll be Tony versus Scraby. I'll give the category here shortly. And there are 21 correct answers today, guys. 21 correct answers. But 5 of the answers will be worth 2 points.
All
right. So you'll have 5 answers are worth 2 points. And the other 16 answers are all worth 1 point. I'll give you the category, and then these guys will go back and forth trying to exchange correct answers. If you get one wrong, it's a strike. 3 strikes and you're out. And this is very Padre-centric today, guys. What we are trying to name today in the Fantabulous Sports Game Show is the 13 Padres who have won a Gold Glove with the Padres, and the 13 Padres who have won a Silver Slugger with the Padres. And the reason there are 5 2-pointers is because there are 5 players who have won both. Okay?
Wait. So
I knew Tony would need more instructions.
I kind of do too.
Okay, well, there's you're trying to name Padre Gold Glove winners.
So there's 13, but there's
13 have won the Gold Glove.
Oh, there's 26.
26, but there's only 21 total because 5 of them have won both.
Okay, all right.
So you're trying to name either a Gold Glove winner for the Padres, Tony, or a Silver Slugger winner for the Padres. 5 players have done both. Those will be worth 2 points. Everybody else is worth 1 point.
Okay.
You'll see as we go along, Tony. I'll just make
So Gold Glovers and Silver Sluggers.
and they had to win it as a member of the Padres. For example, Roberto Alomar won a lot of Gold Gloves, but he didn't win any of them with the Padres, so he would not be a correct answer. See what I mean? You want somebody who's won it with the Padres.
Yes. Okay. Now I see.
All right. Scrabe, you want to go first, or you want to throw it to Tony?
I mean, I'm sorry, but I gotta steal the easiest one on the board, and that's Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn. Yeah, he's won. He won both.
Yes.
Here's the thing with your dad. It really is ridiculous. 5 Gold Gloves, 7 Silver Sluggers. I don't know too many players in the history of the game who can make the claim that they've won that many of both. Quite remarkable. A tip of the cap to your dad. All right, Tony, you're up. Scraby's got 2 quick points on you, but there are 4 other guys who've won both and many other correct answers. Tony.
How about Ken Caminetti?
Ken Caminetti will be a 2-pointer. Caminetti won 3 Gold Gloves for the Padres, and he also won a Silver Slugger in 1996, the year he won the MVP. So we're tied at 2. It's 3 correct answers remaining. As far as, doubling up, you don't have to get a double. You can just get somebody who's won 1.
All right.
Scraby, who do you got here?
Just going to cherry pick the easy ones, but I know this guy didn't win a Gold Glove. But anyway, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado does have a Silver Slugger. He won it in 2020.
Didn't you just win one? 2025?
Nope. Not that I have.
Okay. I can't look it up, so.
No, that would be cheating.
I would like for everybody to know that, Chris, is there anything on my screen?
Of course not.
Thank you.
No, you would never.
Thank you.
All right, Tony, who you got? 3-2.
Toddy.
Toddy's won both. That's a 2-pointer. I thought.
Wait, a platinum glove counts as a Gold Glove?
Oh my God, for real?
Yeah, I can't help you there. Gold Glove, you have to win the Gold Glove first before you can be considered for a platinum glove. So.
I'm being no. I knew the platinum glove was worth more than a Gold Glove, but I didn't know they also I thought they selected someone else for the Gold Glove.
No, the platinum glove is just of the Gold Glovers.
Okay.
It's like the best of the Gold Glovers gets
Sorry
the
about that,
glove.
Scrape.
Okay, so I'm not a complete idiot over here because
close.
I really thought that they would, since they didn't give away a quote unquote Gold Glove, they would name someone else because Toddy won the platinum glove. But I get it. I'm an idiot. Okay.
Yeah, you're not an idiot. You just didn't get that one right. But it's
Thanks,
okay.
Chris.
Tony
I
leads
am an idiot.
There you go. Tony's ahead 4-3. And but no strikes yet. Scraby, your turn.
I don't even want to look at the chat right now.
No damage done. Yes, Manny did win the Silver Slugger last year.
I told you, at least I was right about something.
Good for you. Doesn't change anything.
It doesn't. I'm gonna go with, I don't know why this name popped in my head. Khalil Green.
Khalil Green deserved a Gold Glove.
He did not
as
get
a
one,
Padre, but he never got one. So that's going to be strike 1. Looking for Gold Glovers or Silver Sluggers for the Padres. Tony Gwynn Jr.'s turn. He's ahead 4-3.
Gary Sheffield.
Sheffield, the
He's gonna
1992
destroy me.
Silver Slugger. He was the batting champ that year. Correct. Sheffield, though, never a candidate for a Gold Glove necessarily. 5-3 is the score.
Tony's about to destroy me. I can just feel it coming.
All right, think, Scraby. Think.
I'm thinking. I got
who
one.
won a
I got
Gold
one in my head.
Glove?
I got
Who's
one
a
in my
good
head.
hitter for the Padres? Those kind of guys.
I mean, I'm going to go with the guy who hit over 50 home runs, Greg Vaughn.
That a boy, Scrabe. You're thinking he won a Silver Slugger in that year, 1998. That is correct. Tony Gwynn Jr. leading 5-4 here. We're trying to name Padres who have either won a Gold Glove or a Silver Slugger. There are actually 2 answers remaining where the player won both, and those would be worth 2 points if you
They would be.
if you dare go there.
knows.
Tony, you're up with a 5-4 lead.
Let's go with Benito Santiago.
That's going to get you a pair. Benito is the only one other than your dad that's won multiple of everything. He's got 3 Gold Gloves and he had 4 Silver Sluggers. I didn't know Benito had that much.
Yeah,
I mean, I knew he was Rookie of the Year.
Real
Benito's, I mean, he's easily the best catcher the Padres have ever had. I'm not trying to knock anybody else, but there's nobody with credentials like that.
Austin Hedges was like a word, Chris.
Sorry. Austin Hedges was like a word.
Believe me, I thought about him. He's a good catcher, but he didn't win a goal. He did not win a Silver Slugger. I can tell you that.
All right. 7-4, Scrib. You need to get rolling here.
Yes, I do.
This is tough, but Gold Gloves, recent ones, you've got a couple there. You've got a couple of all-time great fielders that have played for the Padres.
Yeah, I think one of them. I mean, this guy had to have won a Silver Slugger at some point. Adrian Gonzalez.
He did not.
Oh my goodness!
But he won a Gold Glove.
Oh!
So you're okay.
Look at you.
I never even considered it.
Here.
He won 2 Gold Gloves, actually, in 08 and 09.
Wow.
Yeah, Adrian never won a Silver Slugger, though, but he did win a Gold Glove. So that's a correct answer for you, Scrape. Good job.
Thank you.
7-5. Tony Gwynn Jr. does seem to have a deeper reservoir of knowledge on this subject, but you never can tell.
This is fair.
I'm pretty sure the smooth operator over at Short had at least a Gold Glove. Tempe.
Templeton did not win a Gold Glove, but he did win a Silver Slugger. Tony lucks out.
Accidental points
Accidental point. Tempe won the Silver Slugger at shortstop in 1984, the year they went to the World Series. I can tell you why he didn't win a Gold Glove, but I can't tell you why yet.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the answer yet why that is.
Yeah.
Tony, you're going to get it next if Scraby doesn't get it now. There was another shortstop in that era who was pretty good in Gold Gloves, Scraby. I don't know if you remember who it was. He also played for the Padres at one time.
Should.
That's the biggest hint ever.
That's
dude.
as good a hint as I can give you.
What? Okay, give me.
That's okay. Don't get flustered.
There's a time limit.
Okay, I don't know if this guy played for the Padres.
Oh no, you don't know.
And I know he's a massive name, so I'm risking looking like an idiot.
Looking at the chat. So
no, I told you there's nothing on there.
No, he has a clean.
Trust me, Tony. I would have a better chance if I looked at the chat. But Ozzie Smith.
That's who we were looking for.
Wow.
Very good. Ozzie Smith won 2 Gold Gloves in 80 and 81 with the Padres, and then he won all the rest of them when he left. That's why Templeton never won one.
I feel good about myself.
You
now.
did good there, Scrape.
Thanks.
All right, 8-6 is the score. You guys are doing okay. There's 12 points left, so 11 correct answers. There's still one guy who won both. If you so dare try to figure him out. We're looking for Padre Gold Glove and Silver Slugger winners. Tony's ahead, and it's your turn, Tony.
How about Steve Finley?
Steve Finley's good guess. He won 2 Gold Gloves, 95, 96. Finley could go get him in center field. That is correct. I believe Steve Finley also holds the honor, I guess, if it were. Didn't he play for all 5 teams in the NL West at one point?
Yes, he did.
I think he hit them all. Finley, good player.
Oh, man.
Came over from the Astros in the famous big trade they made with them one year. Caminiti came in that trade,
Caminiti too, yeah.
Yeah. All right, 9-6. Graby, go more recent here. Silver Sluggers, Gold Gloves. There's a couple big names there that you may remember. You'll certainly remember when you hear it.
Well,
looking for Gold Glove
Luis
or
Ariz
Silver.
won a batting title with the Padres, so Luis Ariz.
Going with the Luis Ariz for a Silver Slugger. That did not happen.
How do you win the
Sorry to
batting
say.
title, but you don't win a Silver Slugger?
You hit all singles, like most Luis Ariz haters would tell you. I don't know. He didn't win one. So that's 2 strikes.
I thought that was 3, to be honest.
Maybe. You got 1 left. Tony Gwynn Jr. with a 9-6 lead in the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Padre Gold Glove or Silver Slugger winner, Tony?
Man, Crime Dog had a pretty good year that season.
I thought about him, but I thought he may be too old.
One of the Silver Slugger winners?
Is that a guess? Official?
Yes.
It is correct.
I
1992.
Trusted my gut. We interviewed him, and that's why I
When he
remembered
went to
him.
the Hall of Fame, yep. Fred McGriff, 1992, got one Silver Slugger as a Padre. He got it the same year that Sheffield did. They probably should have had a better year that year. 10-6.
Pitching.
Scraby, you need a bit of a miracle here. There's one Hall of Famer on the Gold Glove list.
On the Gold Glove list?
Yes, and there's the recent guys that I think you would get if you're just not clicking on Gold Gloves. There's a couple guys that won really recent Gold Gloves that we were pleased and proud of them for doing.
Okay.
There's also the player that won both that neither of you have come up with yet. Still on the list. We're looking for Gold Gloves or Silver Sluggers. Scrape.
What time is it? Okay.
It's time to lose,
I have a couple,
probably.
Yeah, probably. Let me think about this for a second. Give me a second.
Wait, who are you deciding between? Oh, you don't want to give Tony any help?
No. Well, Tony doesn't need my help.
He doesn't need any help.
What's
your mind doing? I like to know what's going on.
Well, my mind is
turning
thinking.
there.
My mind is thinking Hassan Kim. Did he? No, he can't hit the high fastball.
Well, he could have, but there's Gold Gloves and Silver Sluggers. Remember?
Hassan Kim.
Yes, you want a Gold Glove.
He did win one.
You want a Gold Glove. Very good, Scrape. 10-7. You're on the board.
I mean,
he was
that
named
an
the
assist from
utility
Chris.
player, was he not?
He was the utility player.
Yes, Gold Glove winner 2023. Tony, to keep it going, I need you to get the guy with two, Tony. I expect you to have this one. The guy who always won both as a Padre, Gold Glove and Silver Slugger, that you haven't named yet. Tony's not having it right now. You don't have to answer him, but you have a comfortable lead.
Got both, huh?
Got them both. Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, the only other guy you haven't named in that category. Your dad, Benito.
Can you say how many just Silver Sluggers are available?
Sure. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Gold Glovers, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dang, who am I blanking on?
You're
right
blanking.
now?
It happens. It happens even to the best of them.
It's brutal. Did Juan Soto win a Silver Slugger when he was with the Padres?
He did. 2023.
I could not figure it out.
They gave him a Silver Slugger. You know what? They handed it to him. Yeah, they gave it.
They're like,
to him.
oh, is your name Juan Soto? Yes, here's your Silver Slugger.
Yeah.
Sir.
How many playoff games were you in that year, Mr. Soto?
And
Thank
also,
you very much.
we're going to give you the Gold Glove just because.
No, he's not the guy that won both, and you know that.
No,
he's not a Gold Glove candidate. All right, Scrape, you need one to stay alive here. You're looking for a Gold Glove winner. There's another recent one that you're going to kick yourself if you don't get it. Otherwise, I think you'd be.
I don't think it's Eric Hosmer.
A bit of a longer shot.
Did we work together when this person won the Gold Glove?
No, stop giving this dude hints.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
We
man.
did.
I'm going to go with, you know what? I'm just going to guess what I think might have happened, but who knows? Did Randy Jones win a Gold Glove?
Randy Jones. No. I'm sorry. He did not. That's strike three. Play the music. Tony Gwynn Jr. is the official winner of today's Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
I hate the snapping.
Yeah, I like to see it. Hang on. Let me see.
I hate the snapping.
He does it well. He's kind of changed his style over the time. You know, he's got a lot of time to practice it. All right, here are the ones you missed because there's probably people out there screaming.
I just
Give me the two-time first. The two-person one first.
I'm not. You want the two-person one first?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you. He won them in the same year, 2012. He was a Silver Slugger and Gold Glove winner. He had one of the greatest seasons ever for a Padre.
Chase?
And he never did it again. Chase Headley is correct.
Wow.
He won both in 2012.
Wow.
The other Silver Slugger winners, number one is one of our all-time favorite second basemen. He's still in the organization.
Mark Loretta.
Mark Loretta got a Silver Slugger in 04.
I got one from my phone.
All right. What you got?
Enzo Hernandez.
No, he never won a Silver Slugger, but it's a funny name. 1983 was the very first Silver Slugger won by Padre catcher. TK, Terry Kennedy got one.
Yeah.
That would have been hard to come up with. The other Gold Glove winners, Here's the one that I know you're going to kick, Scraby. 2020 and 2022, the great Trent Grisham won 2 Gold Gloves. You may remember that. The other
Completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I know. The other 3, this one would have been hard. Greg Maddux won a Gold Glove with the Padres. That was during the time when he won one almost every year of his career. Mike Cameron got a Gold Glove with the Padres in 2006. And the other one, Hall of Famer Dave Winfield, got 2 Gold Gloves back in the day. Dave Winfield probably would have won a Silver Slugger, but they didn't have Silver Slugger before 1980. So there's that.
All right.
All right. Very good. You guys did okay.
Loss.
Tony wins. Yeah, but it was
Another
fun.
loss.
It was fun.
Yeah, for you.
I enjoyed it. Sure. I put the list together. You should see
Get your
how.
weight up, Scrape. Get your weight up, son.
Here, can you see this? Scrape on the.
Yeah, we can see it.
Let me show it. I want people to see.
Well, I've described the
effort that I put. This is how
sheets of
psychotic
paper.
I am when I put these together. Silver Slugger, Gold Glove. I have color coordinated on the guys that won 2.
The one good thing
It's
is
strange that I am that wacko about it.
to format
Loco.
like that on a typewriter is really easy. So,
But it's not so easy on an abacus or a whatever was happened before.
No, a slide rule.
A slide rule. More Gwynn and Chris happy hour next.
Every group chat has that sports con.
Now, you've been representing the Friar Faithful for a little bit here. Now you're out in the forefront. You mentioned family quite a bit. How important was it to get your wife Audrey on board with this? How long did it take you to get her in this direction?
It took a while. It's probably taken years, but I don't know. We were on the same page for a long time. For a long time we thought there's no way this is possible, with our family and be able to move them across country and take them out of school and all that kind of stuff. But we talked to enough people. We got to thank the Melansons. They kind of gave us the blueprint of how they've moved their kids from Florida to Arizona to San Diego, and we're going to follow that plan. And once we decided that, it was like, I talked about it a little. There was some peace that came over both of us to be able to say yes to this decision because we knew it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Hard to say no to, being the manager of Padres with a team like we've got.
Obviously, when you decided to retire in the 23, family's probably at the forefront of your mind. You've missed a lot of time with your kids and your wife. And now to fast forward to this point here, you're sitting in meetings at this point, interviewing candidates, and then however long later, what was the timeline in between you interviewing guys or candidates and then all of a sudden having your name in the hat?
Man, just to think about what my mind was thinking about 3 weeks ago was completely different than what it is now. Obviously I'm part of the organization and wanted to find the best manager for the Padres, and so I was in on some Zoom calls to start that process. And then we and I were just having conversations about who we thought were great candidates and how we ranked them. And we got done talking about it. And he goes, well, I think I got you at the top of the list. And
he just dropped that on you.
Yeah, he just dropped that on me. And, it's a little bit of a shock, when someone, like AJ believes in you that much. And it pushed Audrey and I to actually think about this. And, is this something that we would like to pursue? If we got that much belief from the organization, we've got to make an informed decision. Yeah. And so then after that, we spent a lot of time, like I said, praying and fasting and thinking about this and how trying to map out the schedule and work it out with our family. And once we came to the conclusion we're taking everybody with us, then we felt pretty good about it. And we're able to say, if you're willing to offer the job to us, we'll say yes.
13 years as a reliever. You spent 6 here as a Padre. How has that shaped your viewpoint and how the type of manager you'll be?
Yeah, I think one quality I have is a little bit of loyalty, and I was lucky in my career. I only really played for 2 organizations. I played 1 year with the Guardians in the middle, but not in the big leagues. But most of my career started with Washington, and then it ended with San Diego, and I feel very connected to this organization. I feel like it is family. They've treated me like family. And so, being a part of this and being in this role is something that's very exciting, and I'm up for the challenge.
Now, you had to get it out the mud, so to speak, right? You weren't a high round draft pick. You're a guy who had to kind of grind. That's the word we often use around this game. How is that, or what kind of lessons from those type of situations are you going to be able to take into your managerial role?
yeah, maybe it's like people doubting you a little bit or not saying you're quite good enough. And there's probably some people thinking that as me as the manager, but it's also like exciting to prove people like who I really am and what I stand for, and, maybe do it a little bit different than everybody expects. But, those challenges as a player, they were so enjoyable.
Yeah.
It was so, you've done it before. It's like fun to try to get the most out of your talent. And as soon as I took this job, like, that feeling of what I was as a player, like, when's my next workout? When's my next throwing session? That constant thought, that feeling, that little nervousness, that little excitement came back like right away. And it was like, I definitely missed that. Now, did I enjoy the 2 years in between? Yeah, I did. I got a lot, my handicap went down and all that kind of stuff. But, this challenge has gotten that excitement back, that feeling back of I'm in the hunt with the boys, and I'm ready to grind it out and make something special happen.
Now, you've been representing the Friar Faithful for a little bit here. Now you're out in the forefront. You mentioned family quite a bit. How important was it to get your wife, Audrey, on board with this? How long did it take you to get her in this direction?
It took a while. It's probably taken years, but I don't know. We were on the same page for a long time. For a long time we thought there's no way this is possible, with our family and be able to move them across country and take them out of school and all that kind of stuff. But we talked to enough people. We got to thank the Melansons. They kind of gave us the blueprint of how they've moved their kids from Florida to Arizona to San Diego, and we're going to follow that plan. And once we decided that, it was like, I talked about it a little. There was some peace that came over both of us to be able to say yes to this decision, because we knew it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Hard to say no to, being the manager of Padres with a team like we've got.
Obviously, when you decided to retire in the 23, family's probably at the forefront of your mind. You've missed a lot of time with your kids and your wife. And now to fast forward to this point here, you're sitting in meetings at this point.
Happy hour time on Gwynn and Chris. Into the 5 o'clock hour we roll. Tony Gwynn Jr. prevailing over Mr. Scraby in the return of the Fantabulous Sports Game Show today. Happy hour is brought to you by GL Pools. They are the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now. Say radio. That'll get you a free month of service. I don't know how much Kelly Danick said at the last traffic report, but Scraby and I just looked out the window here. If you're on the 15 South, headed toward the 8, I mean, parking lot does not even describe it. Scraby.
I'm looking at
is that because is the 805 still closed?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look, but I'm looking at a semi that's red, and it is in the same spot for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah,
it's not moving.
15 South, as you come up on the 8, forget it. Just get off the 15 wherever you are now, if you can, and find another way. I don't know what the details are of this, but try to save you a headache or two.
Kelly's report will be around 5:12 or 13.
Yes, we'll have a report officially in about 10 minutes. But yeah, and it's been bad on the 15 South since we started the show, because I remember looking before the show started 3 hours ago, and it was already quite traffic. But anyway, try to help you get home as best we can. Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, just say the road is still closed.
Which road?
Oh, there you go. That's exactly why it's.
So wait, what happened?
The truck was on fire.
Yeah, there's the overpass.
And that was yesterday.
Google Maps is showing me that it's closed. The road is closed.
What road?
Wherever the truck was.
Yeah. On 805.
805.
So that's affecting the 15 then, maybe.
Because it's on the 805. It's right above Dave and Buster's.
Gotcha.
In Mission Valley.
I do not like driving on that particular run of freeway off ramp or transition ramp, because I always feel I'm going to drive off the side and land in Dave and Buster's.
Well, at least
you're not the only one.
Right?
You're not the only one.
You like
I
that?
feel like that too.
I know. I get scared, and I'm in control of the car, but I'm like, I
know the people behind me hate me because I'm going slow down that bad boy.
Tony's going. Yeah, I'm not speeding around that. Clayton Kershaw pitched for Team USA today down in Scottsdale, and was given a warm ovation from the Rockies fans down there. Kershaw did give up a home run to Mickey Moniak, but otherwise pitched okay.
LCC right there.
Kershaw's loving the Team USA thing. He has had a great attitude. He says, I want to pitch whatever, whenever they might need me. So he got out there. The Rest of the World Baseball Classic teams were in action today, including the Great Britain team, which got a home run from that noted Londoner himself, Jazz Chisholm. And they ended up tying with our Padres 2-2 in Peoria. Joe Musgrove made his spring debut, and at least in game action, pitched well. Seemed to come out of it well. I said earlier, Tony, the final acid test for Joe is how his arm and everything feels tomorrow. Agreed?
Yeah, I think he's well beyond that
okay.
now, honestly.
Yeah.
Because remember, if he threw 60 pitches today, he didn't just do that. Like he had outings in the backfield. He's faced, hitters there and some of those games back there. So I would assume he's beyond let me see how my arm feels the next day, other than like the routine that normally you have to go through as you make, pitches or as you build up. But yeah, I think he's in a good spot, man. He looked good from the second inning on there.
Yeah, he's not as good a spot at the moment as Randy Vasquez, who wiped out the Brits. 4 innings, 1 hit, 3 Ks, no walks.
Wiped out the Brits.
The British are coming. And Randy Vasquez sounded the alarm.
Apparently Revolutionaries needed Randy Vasquez.
They needed him, man. He was on fire today. Randy's probably all but clinched that 4 spot. And I think
I wouldn't go that far.
You're still not giving it to him yet, huh? Okay.
Opening day starter for me.
Opening day starter for Scrappy. Tomorrow, Bueller's
I think he's well on his way.
Yeah, Bueller's supposed to go tomorrow, from what I understand, and that 5 spot's still wide open. Griffin Canning, according to you, Scrape, threw a little on the backfields today. Yes,
yesterday.
He's throwing fine. It's just, can we get healthy enough to run around and field his position? And they say,
so. I don't know if you guys heard Stam on that one. He said that they're kind of him and Jason Adams are in the same boat in terms of they can throw bullpens, they can throw off the mound. It's just a matter of being able to field his position. And Craig Stam has said that that Jason Adams is far ahead of where
Canning is.
Canning is.
Yeah, Canning's got a little ways. They're saying April and hopefully the beginning of May. I think that's okay in the sense of you're going to start the season with a 5-man rotation, whatever you're going to do. And if everybody's pitching terrific, then Griffin Canning can just come in and go long relief. But if somebody needs, if somebody's not pitching great, you need Griffin Canning could potentially step in. I like Walker Buehler right now in the 5 spot, Tony, and that's judging from a distance, right? I don't work out, with Ruben Niebla and what he sees, but it seems like Sears struggled a little bit. Gonzalez has struggled to get going. Tristan McKenzie, not sure how healthy. Marquez, I think, needs a couple more starts. We'll see where he's at. I just get the feeling that it's Walker Buehler's to lose right now. I don't know if that's a fair assessment or not. And maybe it's wrong, but I feel that.
I hear you. I don't know that it's fair because he hasn't even thrown yet.
Yeah, right.
Like his first.
Right.
We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. This is a different Walker Buehler by all accounts in terms of he's not, going to blow 97, 98 by you anymore. He's going to have to learn to pitch at 93, maybe 94.
Oh, boy, that's too bad. It's really rough on these poor guys, 94.
That'll be a different. Well, it's not that it's rough on them guys. It's just easier on these hitters. They love to see a little 93, 94 now. God. That's like 93, 94 was like what 88, 89 was when I was playing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's a the guys are running it up there a little bit. So I just think that competition is still wide open.
Yeah.
I think
you're probably more accurate.
I thought JP Sears in his last outing was way better.
Right.
I thought McKenzie was way better. I think he still had a little bit of rust, but he seemed to settle in and you started to see the stuff. I think Herman, I agree, he needs another look. And we'll see where Walker Buehler is as he goes forth tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to still be fun, but certainly Randy Vasquez is putting himself in a good position, if nothing else. Sure. Going back to that USA game against the Rockies, Aaron Judge homered today for Team USA, and I think Bregman hit one. They were all connecting out there. The DR, led by Juan Soto, 3-run homer Tony, your guy, our guy. You know, we love Juan around here. He had a 3-run homer.
Chris is the biggest fan
I
of
love
Juan.
Juan.
I'm the biggest fan. Yeah. They tied though, 4-4 against the Tigers. Manny went 0 for 3. Fernando was 1 for 2.
Hey,
By the way,
you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for Juan. I said that to you guys. He noticed he's talking about surpassing Ohtani. That means this dude is actually like he's dialed in. I'm telling you, it might be trouble.
It's scary. Look, if it's a hitting contest, Juan Soto's going to win. If it's a catching the bus on time contest, Juan Soto's not as good. Real quick,
You couldn't help yourself.
I never can help myself. One more thing, Tony. Fernando's batting leadoff for the Dominican Republic, so all the Padre, analytic people are like, yes, and he should be batting leadoff for us, which is where he batted last year.
The Padre analytic people said that.
Of course. Yeah, they're out of the woodwork now.
My astute opinion was the Dominican Republic has a way better lineup than most major league teams have, and that's why he's hitting first.
Well, that could be part of it, but I think I just like Stammen giving him a shot in the middle of the order, Tony. To me, nothing can be harmed by putting him in the middle for a while, and if it doesn't work, he can always switch back. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So
I think Stam is going to do what he thinks is best, and
For
so
sure.
The Padre analytics folks out the woodworks, they're just going to have to deal with it too when it's all said and done. If it's not in the leadoff spot, it might be in the leadoff spot. It might not be though.
I don't think it's going to be. He hasn't batted him there yet. One last thing before we go to this break in this hour. And then I want to go over ESPN's list of the top 100 ball players, which came out today. Excuse me. I know. It's
that time of day, everybody.
Hang on.
It's that time of day, everybody. While Chris is coughing, I want to tell you that they opened up the freeway last night, but apparently, according to the chat, there was another semi that flipped over today.
And that's why everything is backed up again?
That's what they're saying, yes.
Oh, boy. Yeah. It is. Listen, of all the traffic reports, you want to hear Kelly's coming up in a minute or two here. I know I wanted to throw the story out because I think this is a kind of a little relief in reading the story here, guys. First major development in months, but apparently they've finally arrested and somebody's pleaded guilty to all these charges. All of the athletes' homes that were robbed while they were on road trips. They finally found somebody. They arrested him. This guy has pleaded guilty to at least some of these charges. So I hope that is a step in that direction, because very scary, to think when these players all go on the road and their houses were getting burglarized. It was happening quite often there for a while. Hopefully they have a handle on that case. Good news for the likes of Mahomes, Kelsey, Joe Burrow, many other athletes that got involved in this. Unfortunately, Bobby Portis of the Bucks and several others. So hopefully that is a good sign and a good step to getting that taken care of. And hopefully that's not one of those things that people try to start copycatting and stuff, because it's a little scary when you go out of town for sure as an athlete. All right, let's get that traffic for you. And then more chatting here. Chris Cello, Tony Gwynn Jr., the guy who's giving me a hard time sitting over there to my left.
Huh?
That's you.
From the 855.
5:20. More on this traffic situation. Not that we're a traffic station, but
today we are.
I feel a lot of people are listening to us trying to get home, and we want to help you try to get there. The best way to get home is get off the 15 South. I don't care where you are. We just had somebody call in and say it's backed up from the 8 freeway to Mira Mesa Boulevard. That's about 12 miles, I want to say. Just backed up. So
I'm getting flashbacks of when the freeway closed with that guy who was going to jump.
Right. In Del Mar, and people sat there for
in that
6, 7, 8 hours that one day. Yeah. So just get off the 15 South if you can. Find any other way home. All right. Chris, Tony, Scraby, and ESPN came up with their top 100 players for 2026, ranking the top 100, Tony. Now, I know I mentioned this to Scraby earlier. The MLB Network does the same thing, but I pay no attention to that because Brian Kinney has some input into that list. So I don't listen to them. This is ESPN's list. So I thought, first of all, no Padre.
Real quick. I don't know if you've talked about it yet, Chris, because usually you pick him up anytime he does something. Did you see what Rory had to say about John Rahm today?
Oh my gosh! See, I actually got crazy about you last night, Chris, on the Scraby Show.
What happened?
You did
because John Rahm. Oh, go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
No. Well, okay. I'll read you what it is. Rory McIlroy. I don't know. Did you guys see John Rahm's comments about the World Tour?
Yeah, DP World Tour. They want to make him play 6 events. Yes, I did.
Rory McIlroy said it's a shame that John Rahm is the only live golfer player unwilling to accept the terms of DP World Tour deal to eliminate future fines. He brushed off concerns that the Spaniard might not be eligible for Ryder Cup team. Ryder Cup is bigger than any one person. But he was not a fan of John Rahm and his comments.
Actually, let me go get the
How dare Rory McIlroy butt into John Rahm's business like that?
No, John Rahm, Rory's right. All of the players have agreed to this 6 tournament minimum except for John Rahm.
Hey, blind squirrel finds an acorn. Rory finally got something right. Good for him.
Hold on.
Way to go, Rory.
No. Hold on. Now we're talking about it. I know Chris has got to get into this. I want to read the quote because we have it.
That's fine.
He said,
this is John
Rahm. I don't know what game they're trying to play right now, but it just seems like they're using our impact in tournaments and finding us and trying to benefit both ways. In a way, they're extorting players like myself and young players that have nothing to do with the politics of the game. My thing is John Rahm chose this. Why are we still complaining? He chose live golf. And I don't know why you're so mad at Rory. John Rahm turned his back on everyone.
I agreed with you on this one for Rory. I said he finally got one right.
But I'm saying in general.
No, I'll never be a Rory
John Rahm
guy.
is one of the richest golfers in the world. What is the only reason he doesn't want to play 6 tournaments? Because he doesn't want to play.
But you know what? John Rahm doesn't bother me every 5 minutes with an opinion on every damn thing in the world.
John
like
Rahm
Rory
has,
does.
That's true. Rory definitely has a lot of opinion.
I'll tell you. And who asked him? The media. And who asked John Rahm? No one. Because no one cares about live golf.
I will give the media credit for tracking Rory down in the parking lot as he's trying to leave the facility.
I don't know why you have this
question
hatred for Rory McIlroy.
Yes.
I don't know why you have this hatred.
There's only one thing I like about Rory McIlroy, and that's my friend's dogs who are named Rory and Mackie because they like Rory McIlroy for some reason.
John Rahm needs to stop complaining, take his hundreds of millions of dollars, and go home.
All right. ESPN's top 100 here, Tony. First, easiest question. Padres have 4 players on the top 100 list. You guys care to guess who they are? I think you should probably get them, but you never know.
They have 4?
4 of the top 100 are Padres.
Okay, that's Toddy, Manny, Jackson, Mason.
4
for 4. Tony Gwynn Jr. Yeah, Mason. Who's related, I believe, to Mason Miller.
Yes, I do too.
Who's the highest ranked Padre, would you say?
Toddy.
Toddy by a wide margin.
You told me earlier, so.
Yeah, I did. He's 14th. I say to Toddy, I love it, but you need to play more like 14th this year. Here's the thing, and they point this out. His B-WAR, which is according to Scraby, baseball's WAR rating, was 8.0 his first 3 years. And then since the suspension year, his B-WAR has dipped to 5.6. And it says he's still a star, but those early numbers had him on an all-time great track. So I'm not going to ask him to return to 8.0 because that is crazy. But I need 6.5. I need more B-WAR, Toddy, especially if you're hitting in the middle of the lineup, especially if you're the 14th best player. You got to go all the way, way down to get to Manny and Jackson. And actually, Jackson's ranked ahead of Manny.
That's interesting.
Let's see. Now, wait. Yes, Jackson's 43rd. Manny's 47th. They talk about Jackson because of the potential. I think Mason Miller's way too low. But I guess
He's a closer.
So what?
I mean, that's why he's low.
He's 60th best player.
He said, so what?
I wouldn't trade him for any of the guys above him practically. Isn't a closer that important, though? To be higher than 60th?
I don't know. Dodgers didn't have one a couple years ago.
All right.
Nationals didn't really have a lockdown where they figured it out.
Rangers didn't have one either. The year
Rangers didn't have one.
Well, then let's trade Mason Miller.
No. I'm not saying that. I don't want to trade Mason.
Wow, we took a leap right there.
Yeah. By the way, if you're wondering which team has the most in the top 100, the
Then
Dodgers.
you're not paying attention.
Yeah, they have 8. The Phillies have 7. Red Sox, Mariners, Braves, Cubs, 6. Blue Jays and Mets, 5. Padres are in a group of teams with 4. There are 3 teams that have none. Want to try to guess which ones those are? 4 teams. Rockies have none.
White Sox?
White Sox have none.
Nationals?
No, they
got
got
Abrams.
Nationals got at least
and
one.
James Wood.
Abrams got in there.
Angels.
Angels.
Ooh.
No, I don't know if Mike Trout's still in there, but the Angels do have one, at least
he's
one.
probably still there. Yes,
Let me see. I can make some quick top
Tampa.
angel. Top angel is Zach Neto, number 53. Believe it or not. Tampa's got one, apparently. They're not a 0.
The Marlins?
Marlins are
We
one.
already said Marlins.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
I thought you said you said Marlins. Okay, so there's one more. Marlins, Rockies, White Sox don't have any. This 4th team is, to me, is quite surprising that they don't have any.
Twins?
Twins have somebody. Byron Buxton, I believe, is in there for the Twins. There's a team that surprisingly is just not good anymore. And they've been good for a long time. But they're not good this year, and they don't have any top 100 players either.
Cardinals?
The Cardinals. Correct, Scraby. Very good.
Yeah, you know what? When you don't have any players in the top 100, you give your manager a 2-year contract extension.
Well,
that's what you do.
All right. And last trivia on
I was waiting for Tony to react.
I know. Last trivia on this. Get as many of the top 10 as you can. ESPN's list of the top 100 players in all of baseball. Scraby, you go first.
Shohei.
Shohei's number 1. Tony.
Aaron Judge.
He's number 2.
Bobby Witt.
Bobby Witt's number 3. Tony. You guys got the top 3 right off the bat.
Kyle Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh's number 7, but he's in the top 10.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge. You
already said
Tony
Aaron
said.
Judge.
Oh, gosh. What am I
That's
doing?
a strike.
Juan Soto.
Juan Soto's number 5.
Sorry.
Very good.
Paulie Skeens.
Skeens is number 6. You guys are doing great. You're missing 4, 8, 9, and 10.
Ronald Acuna.
Yeah.
10, Ronald Acuna.
This guy is always a great guess. Jose Ramirez.
12. He didn't quite make it. He should have been.
Julio Rodriguez.
9. Scraby's rolling. Tony's rolling. You got 4 and 8 left. The ESPN list. Both are starting pitchers.
Oh, Skubal.
Skubal's number 4.
Both are starting pitchers?
Yep. Number 8's also
Crochet.
a starting pitcher. Garrett Crochet. You guys did well. Just outside of the top 10, Vlad 11, Ramirez 12, Gunnar, and then Fernando.
Chris, on the other side, MLB The Show released their player ratings. I would like for you to guess the 99ers.
Are we back up to 99s again? Do they do
yeah.
that for baseball too?
They do, but it's not. Yeah, they do it for baseball.
It's a big deal in baseball. You get they bring you like a packages, all kinds of stuff comes.
There
with
is
that
one
99.
that is egregious.
DeAndre Hopkins in this?
No, DeAndre Hopkins is not in this. Nuke is not in this.
One final fun segment as the happy hour continues. Again, get off the 15 freeway. Gwynn and Chris trying to help.
Ben and
The gondola pulls in.
Yeah.
It goes very slow.
Yeah, it slows down
like
for everybody.
really slow. As we're getting off, over to my left, there's a couple getting in the gondola, going up the mountain. So it's the opposite for them. They're standing there. The gondola comes up. The door opens. You step on. Well, there was a commotion.
Uh-oh.
There was a commotion.
Someone fell?
There was a commotion, and Lori goes, "Hey, there's a commotion."
She said commotion?
I don't think she said that. But we go kind of, not hustling, but walking over there quickly. There's a lady who has fallen as she's trying to get into the gondola. She's now got one leg in the gondola.
Oh, no!
The other leg and body trapped underneath the gondola.
90.
No, she's probably in her late 50s. How do I say this best?
Oh, she's heavy set?
She's in the shape of somebody who's in their 70s. You've got to rescue the poor lady. She's trapped under the gondola. Of course, as soon as she falls and there's the commotion, the guy running the station stops the gondola.
Okay, I was going to
Which means everybody on the mountain and 4 miles away has to stop. Everybody has to stop while we try to extricate the lady from the gondola.
Okay, let me ask you a
underneath
question.
the gondola.
What?
She's got one leg on the gondola. The rest of her body is underneath the gondola. And when I arrive to see what's going on, I'm kind of the first or second person there.
You're a first responder?
Pretty much. The guy running the gondola place is busy stopping
Traffic,
the ride.
yeah.
No, he's stopping the ride.
Oh, okay, all right.
So we're kind of first there. Lori's behind me. The lady's on her back. She's looking straight up in the air. And the only description I have is one of utter panic and utter terror combined with total helplessness.
Oh, I thought you were going to say embarrassment.
No, total helplessness. She's not only trapped, but she's not even remotely doing anything to help herself. She's kind of in a panic, and you think something terrible is going to happen, or she does.
Okay.
I go over there. First thing, breathe.
That's what you said?
I told the lady to
That's
breathe.
good, that's good.
I said, you're going to be okay.
That's good.
Just breathe.
That's good.
Try to relax.
That was the perfect thing you could have said.
As I'm stupidly pulling this 250-pound gondola, trying to pull it off of her. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're getting
the gondola
an idea.
is way heavier than 250 pounds.
Yeah, right. 1,000-pound gondola.
So you're trying to like
I'm
move the
trying
gondola.
to just move it a little to.
Is her leg like? How is she attached to this gondola?
Well, I told you her one leg's actually on the gondola in the doorway.
Okay.
Then the rest of her body's underneath. What is stuck with her in the gondola is her belly, not her leg.
Oh no.
That's right. Okay.
No.
So I'm pulling. By the time finally a couple more people pull and we are able to get enough airway to get her to scramble out of there. And then she immediately stepped on the gondola to go take her ride up the mountain. And off she went.
This is
I felt like I saved her life. I really do. I honestly feel like I almost saved her life.
I kind of will credit you with this.
You know, she was. I think if I didn't tell her to breathe, I think she would have gone into some sort of shock or whatever you do.
No,
she was
you're
going
right.
into a
You're right.
panic, Scraby.
You're
She was going into
absolutely
an absolute panic, and you know, I had to calming her down. I think was the number one thing. She wasn't in any real danger, but she wasn't feeling great because she was trapped under the gondola.
But
the
fact
look
that you said her belly was
yes, her belly. Yeah, I'm telling you, Scrabe, it was a factor. And there was, you know, there's a couple of people pulling on an arm trying to drag her out.
I'm crying.
I know. There's people on the other side with their arm. They're trying to drag her. I'm like lifting the gondola so she can get a little room to get out of there.
You're like, hey, I'm going to take the gondola. It's lighter.
All right. I didn't say that. You did. But it was quite the scene.
I am happy that she's okay, obviously.
She's fine. If she got right on the gondola.
If this was a worse story, I would not be laughing. But she's fine. You did probably help her a lot more than you think you did.
I think so, because she was able to calm down just a tad. The gondola pulls in.
Yeah.
It goes very slow.
Yeah, it slows down
like
for everybody.
really slow. As we're getting off, over to my left, there's a couple getting in the gondola, going up the mountain. So it's the opposite for them. They're standing there. The gondola comes up. The door opens. You step on. Well, there was a commotion.
Uh-oh.
There was a commotion.
Someone fell?
There was a commotion, and Lori goes, "Hey, there's a commotion."
She said commotion?
I don't think she said that, but we go kind of not hustling, but walking over there quickly. There's a lady who has fallen as she's trying to get into the gondola. She's now got one leg in the gondola.
Oh, no!
The other leg and body trapped underneath the gondola.
90.
No, she's probably in her late 50s. How do I say this best?
Oh, she's heavy set?
She's in the shape of somebody who's in their... Yeah, earbuds, spaghetti, everywhere. Gwynn and Chris, 5:36 is the time. Crisello, Tony Gwynn Jr. in Peoria. Padres played a 2-2 draw with Great Britain today. And Walker Buehler scheduled to be on the mound tomorrow for the Padres. Saw Castellanos hit a home run the other day, as did Miguel Andujar, had a big game. So things are coming around. We're 3 weeks from the first game, which is crazy to me. March 26th.
I'm ready. I'm
22
sure
days.
Tony's ready, too.
Nah, I think Tony wants to do a bunch more spring training games, kind of get more in the groove.
Day to day, fellas.
Day to day. As are all of us, Tony. Day to day.
Baby.
Oh,
Rankings.
you wanted to do the rankings of the 99 guys.
Well, top 100 players in Major League Baseball.
We already did that.
Like, get something out?
Chris. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. I can't believe I forgot too.
Tony's the only one who remembered. What is going on?
Good.
Yeah, you talk about craziness. Congratulations to today's biggest fan. Tony remembered. Our biggest fan today is Dean Williams. I didn't get a location for Dean. San Diego. All right, Dean, congratulations. Give us a call within 10 minutes. The next 10 minutes, 833-288-0973. Dean Williams. You can qualify for a grand prize. 20 tickets, you and everybody else at the Padre game, Odyssey Suite, Spiro's Catering later this season. Remember, the rest of you register your name at 97.3 The Fan, sd.com/biggest fan. We did the top 100 ball players. You were going to give me the 99 guys in Madden or whatever the baseball version is.
MLB The Show.
Okay.
The baseball version.
There's only 399 guys. I think
three guys that are 99. So these are the three greatest players. It's got to be Ohtani, Skeens, and Judge.
It's Ohtani, Judge, and Soto. 99.
Well, no pitchers then, huh?
Shohei. He's a pitcher.
Fair enough.
Who do you think? Well, I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but they're the 99ers, okay?
It's only three guys that are that good.
There's 3 96ers.
96ers? Why does that? Who cares?
Because they're the 4th, 5th, and 6th best players in the game. And here's the egregious part. Number 4, I agree with, Bobby Witt Jr. He's 96 overall. And then number 6, Ketel Marte, 96 overall. Mike Trout is 96 at number 5 overall in the game.
Yeah, it seems a little like a grandfather type vote there.
I don't want to say that Mike Trout is over the hill because he's not.
What do you want to say then?
Because he's not. He's not a 96.
Tell us what you want to say.
He's not a 96.
Okay. Oh, okay. He's what you want to say is that he's not a 96.
He's not a 96.
I think it's fair to say that Mike Trout is not in his prime any longer.
Let me go look through the rest of the guys.
Wait. You don't need to look through the rest of the guys. You just said he's not 96, so you should be able to just kind of.
Okay. I would say that Mike Trout at this point in his career is a 91.
Okay. Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Tony respected it. So.
I can't give him that high.
What?
I can't give Mike Trout. He's in the 80s now, isn't he?
I can go as low as 89.
Oh, really? Okay, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Anywhere between 89 and 91 should be where
Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Really?
Because he could still hit the ball a long way. He could still, when he's healthy, he's still
not
a physical specimen.
It's not healthy.
Well, see, in the game they account for that, right? He probably has some type of low rating in the.
You're going to give. Sorry.
Yeah,
You're gonna
in the injury area.
You're going to give a guy that had 64 RBIs and batted 232 last year an 89.
But we got to remember,
wait, 64 RBIs in how many games?
130. That's almost a full season. That's a lot of a
believe me,
season.
he was on my fantasy team. He just nothing but hit solo shots last year.
I mean, there's no doubt in the overall rating of the world, Mike Trout is always in a 90, 95.
I think, Chris,
but if you're don't you base it on what he did last year?
No, you have to take into account.
Yeah, not just last year.
Yeah, you have to put the player in a vacuum.
Okay.
How good is he in a vacuum without any external force? And it's 96 for that.
What does that mean?
Like,
vacuum without any external force. What the hell are we talking about? Are we talking about baseball players here?
Yes,
or are we going on to rocket ships?
No. Like, if Mike Trout, if you just had no knowledge of his injuries or anything like that, you would see
I know what you're saying. If all things are equal, like you're not no outside stuff. External force was not it. No, Tom.
I need to write that down. Actually, external forces.
But he is.
Vacuums.
I'm sorry, guys. He's 4 years removed from his last 900 OPS.
Chris, I've told you this is egregious. We all don't agree with it.
Okay.
I will go to.
I mean, but where number do you have him at, Chris? Where you got him at right now?
I said I'd put him in the low 80s. Well, I don't know how is low 80s mean you're a terrible player.
Let me go to the low 80s.
I mean, who's in the low 80s?
Number 100 on the list is 84 overall, Wilson Contreras. So is he a Wilson Contreras?
He's probably a little better than him. So all right, so get him 85. I don't know what an 80 rating is.
Now here's
I don't know
something
the game.
I don't agree with either. If we're going to base it off of last year, Cal Raleigh's only an 86. How does that guy only be an 86?
Not, but we just said it's
but you just said it's not based on last year.
In a vacuum with extensive.
If it was only based, on last year, Mike Trout wouldn't even be over 80.
You're right.
232.
I still think Cal Raleigh's better than an 86.
That's just last year.
That's true. The first Padre on the
and
list.
It didn't have the forces that you were talking about either that go along.
They didn't have the vacuum and the external forces.
External forces.
I have a feeling we're going to hear that a couple times. Fernando is the number one Padre on the list at number 17 with a 93 rating.
Thank goodness for that.
But he's won 2 platinum gloves. He should be in the 96.
I didn't say a word about Fernando.
Mike Trout and Fernando should have been flipped.
Fernando.
Mike Trout for a career is a 96, but he's not a 96 at this point.
Yeah, 96 is high for sure.
Yeah, it's just
Mike Trout is also the most. This is mean because I've never been the biggest fan. He is the most.
I'm not in on this part.
I know you're not part of this. I'll take this on my own. Mike Trout is the most WAR-created player in the history of baseball.
Wins above replacement WAR.
Yes, because his WAR is higher in those 5 years than like Babe Ruth and people like that. And I say Mike Trout's a great player, but I think
I just want to remind
rated
everybody,
him so high.
Mike Trout in his prime was doing what Ohtani does, but at a unbelievable defensive rate. And a stolen bases added to it. That's what he was doing in his prime.
Was he winning any games? Sorry, I'm so mean.
That's not his fault.
Ohtani won an MVP, and his team didn't win any games either before he got to LA. So
yeah, the two of them together never played in a playoff game.
That's
right.
They were both on the same team for a while.
The Angels wasted that.
Yeah. All right.
It makes sense now, right? Because my man knew that their fans wasn't even in the top 5 of priority of winning.
Yeah,
so it makes all the sense in the world now.
Oh yeah.
One of the dumber comments of the year.
Fans don't care about winning; they just care about safety and affordability.
Safety at a baseball game. That's
safety and affordability. All right, Chris.
Did you do traffic?
No, we'll do traffic.
All right, and then we're going to hear a really fun visit we had with one of the Aztec women's players. Their season ended in the regular season. They're getting ready for the postseason. We figured everybody's mad at the men's team, so focus on the ladies today. And Bailey Barnhard was charming.
From the 855.
Sports Station 97.3 The Fan.
But it has been a great season for the Aztec women's basketball team, and I know everyone's frustrated about the men, so start focusing in on these young ladies. 25-4. They've just finished up conference play with a 19-1 record. Victory yesterday at Air Force wrapped it up, and Bailey Barnhard, the sophomore post player for the Aztecs, nice enough to join us. Hi, Bailey. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you, Chris?
Very good, thank you. And I don't know, sum up the regular season for me as far as what you guys, what you wanted to accomplish and how much of it you have accomplished, and understanding that there's still work to be done.
Yeah, I mean, for the regular season, we came into it with two main goals, and one being regular season champions, and then another one being protecting home court. And so just being able to reflect on that, and having accomplished both of those goals, protecting home court in conference, and then, securing the regular season title has been really exciting. But that being said, we have one more goal to accomplish that we set in place, is just to win the tournament championship. So we're excited for that.
And that all starts Sunday, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. I want to ask you about your own game and how far you have come from this year, last year at this time. Now, you were on the freshman, but you were playing behind three really good post players, and so they just couldn't find the kind of playing time for you. I've been talking to some of the folks around this team, and they said that of all of the people this offseason, nobody worked harder on strength, conditioning, bettering themselves than you did. You wanted to make sure that your sophomore season, they weren't going to be able to, put you down on the bench. You were going to be a big part of this thing. Talk about from last year to this year personally for you.
Yeah, I mean, having that experience last year, it was nice to learn behind those three, older players. But I don't think anybody really likes to play on the bench. So that was my biggest motivation coming into this upcoming year, and especially focusing on the off season. It was just to improve any area I felt necessary, so that there was no, so that I wouldn't have to sit another year on the bench, and honestly, just taking that, also motivation. We had, how many girls leaving all in my position, so just really focusing on, making sure there's no really let off from last year to this year, making sure we could still become a winning program.
Let me tell you how much she's worked, Scrabe, and I'll throw it over to you. Bailey is a post player. We talk about that. So she's supposed to score in the paint. She does not want you to not give her the ball, though, when she's open at the 3-point line. And she hit one last night. She finished conference play 14 for 29.
Whoa.
From the arc. It's almost 50%, Bailey Barnhard. Not bad. And I know you're not going to crow about yourself, but I'm a crow for you. That's pretty good.
We're talking to, that is very good. We're talking to Bailey Barnhard here on 97.3 The Fan, and she joins us from the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. I have two questions. One really quick. Since you play the post, are you doing a lot of Kareem sky hooks? Is that part of your game?
Step back jumper.
I'm more of like a fadeaway kind of girl.
Oh, see, that was always the cool thing. I wanted to be like Kobe and do the fadeaway all the time.
She can do it.
But winning the Mountain West Conference tournament for your team is going to make sure you all get to go to the NCAA tournament. And knowing that that's probably the way in, does that put more pressure on your team to make sure you get there?
Yeah, I mean, right now, the focus is really just taking it game by game, and that starts with Sunday. And so just focusing on whoever we play on Sunday, and then going from there to Monday and then Tuesday is really where the focus is at. But just the bonus of being able to go to the March Madness tournament if we were to win on Tuesday, makes it all much sweeter.
Bailey Barnhard is with us from the Aztec women's team, and she played Del Norte High School, for those of you in the North County, San Diego kid all the way. I want to ask you about Stacey Terry Hudson. I don't know if she's listening, but you'll probably say nice things. She's going to be named the Coach of the Year when they announce this. And if they don't give her Coach of the Year, we're going to have an investigation, for heaven's sakes. To go 19-1. talk about what drew you to her program and just her as a coach. I think she does a really good job of being tough on you guys when she has to be, but more than that, she's a friend and kind of a mentor, as opposed to some coaches that are far more distant from their players. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%. Just being able to have somebody that we can talk to about non-related basketball stuff, is really impactful. And it's the reason why a lot of the girls, including myself, chose to come to San Diego State, just to have that, family feel at a place, for other people far away from home, but for me pretty close. But just having that is really nice, and then on the court, she just has really implemented, especially this year, being more involved, the fundamentals that, have made it really crucial in certain times of certain games, when it's on the line, where you could see summer work or spring work from last year coming into play. And it's just, comes from the coaching staff.
Talking to Bailey Barnhard here on 97.3 The Fan. Last time you were in here, we did something very fun. And you were going to do a Rubik's Cube.
She did do
You did do the Rubik's Cube, but Chris's Rubik's Cube was from 1942, and so it wasn't moving. And I can confirm this because I've tried to do this Rubik's Cube. It's like getting a wrist workout while you're doing it. But you also told Chris that you would do it in front of him with another Rubik's Cube, but he tells me that you haven't done it yet. So how can we believe you?
We still have no official proof of your abilities to do it in 1 minute.
We have 5 days together, Chris. We'll make it happen.
Okay. All right, you're going to make it happen.
Okay.
But Bailey and I also share one other thing in common, and this is weird to me, but we all got backpacks where the kids all get backpacks. They put all their stuff in it. You know me, Scraby, I have OCD. I gotta take all the tags off, all the stickers off, right? You know what I mean? You know how I am.
I do know.
Well, so it's noticeable to me that all year, Bailey Barnhard is the only person I've ever seen whose backpack still has the original tags hanging from the backpack.
Is that for identification?
I don't know why she does this.
See?
I do that identification.
Too. I leave the tags on too, so I know that's my bag.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Exactly.
That was really your excuse. Anyway, so I got a new backpack 2 weeks ago from the team, and I put all my gear in there, and just to honor Bailey, I've kept my tag on.
That's great.
I've kept my tag on, but I told her, I said, you don't know how hard this is for me to do. Because, I mean, in the world that I live in, things have to be tidied up. But I think if we win, and I'm going to say we, because you guys have, always made me feel a part of it, Bailey, and I appreciate that from all you kids. But if we do win Tuesday, I think after we cut the nets, you and I should cut the tags. What do you think?
I don't know. I think we should test our luck through the tournament if that were the case.
Okay. Keep it going to the tournament. Definitely. All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Bailey. Appreciate it. Good luck. And we'll see you this weekend in Las Vegas. And hopefully you guys will bring it home.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Bailey Barnhard and the Aztec women get started with their tournament Sunday in Las Vegas. Quarterfinals. They'd have to win 3 to repeat as conference champions. I will say they have an excellent chance to do it. They've had a great season for sure. And I mentioned it in there, but Stacey Terry Hudson has been so good to us on this show, so good to me in general, but she's finally getting her flowers this year with a Coach of the Year, which is pretty well deserved.
That's a huge honor
for all she's done. All right, Scrape, good job. Tony, good job. We'll see y'all tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And Scraby Chronicles are next.
Yes.